Chat Rats. Y'all come on in. Welcome to the Rat House. Let's ride! Puff, puff, pass. True crime chat rats. All across the world we coming through like that. Taking all the facts, put them in a trap. Yeah, we coming through like that. Rat House, Rat House, chat rats. Yeah. Rat House, Rat House, chat rats. Yeah. When the scene lights up, I'm the rat in the pack, rolling deep with my rat pack down this dirt road track. We picking apart the crime, every player, every clue. Where it all went sideways, we exposing the truth. Rat House Media, every night the llamas glow, chatting cases round the fire, letting the real shit show. Players hiding motives, evidence in the files. We hunt it down relentless, turn whispers into trials. All my rats online, from the backwards to the coast. We pull you deep in the hollow where the real stories goes. Connecting dots in the house, no loose ends, no lies. Worldwide country rats, we running these crimes. Puff, puff, pass. True crime chat rats. All across the world we coming through like that. Taking all the facts, put them in a trap. Yeah, we coming through like that. When you see the scene, better know it's the rats deep in the house, closing every gap, setting every trap. We sniff through the bullshit, rewrite the final act. Rat House forever, now pass that back. Now pass that back. Puff, puff, pass. True crime chat rats. All the traffic, never topic through the gap. Through like that. Puff, puff, pass.
Yo, what up, people? People of YouTube, how goes it? What's up with y'all? Let's see, who's up in here today so far? Oh, a lot of people. Hard to say hey to everybody. So, hey to everybody. Hey to everybody, especially Mary B. What's up, Mary B?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going. It's going, Miss Streamer. What's happening with you?
Not much. I hit 500 subscribers today.
Yeah, look out. Nice.
I
What up, Logan?
Hey, what's going on, you guys?
Hey, Lubin.
Congratulations, Mary B.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mary B hit the 500 today.
People like me.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
People like me. People like you anyways. What's
I
up,
know.
peoples in the chats?
Thank you.
Congrats to Mary B. What up, Alessi's girl? Hello, Cheryl. What's up, Blessed? Kersey in the house. Unbanned Karen. What's up? I guess we wouldn't see banned Karen, would we? Ollie, what's up? GC, my wife's here. Look at that. I wonder why it doesn't show the pictures of the emojis and just the words when you highlight it.
It's only the member ones.
Well, you think that StreamYard and YouTube would have like a connection so that StreamYard can actually read the emojis from YouTube, but
Can't do it.
it's not
What's up,
like the
Treats?
main streaming platform or anything. Sorry.
What's up, Angel? Oh, Noodles is here. What up, Noodles? Noodles is a stranger too. Doe, deer, no fear.
Ooh, I like
Question
that.
mark name. Pretty cool. Like it. Machicha. What's up? Subbo. Subbo. What up, Prince Lover? Lonely will be here shortly, I'm sure.
Hey, Laleen.
So what y'all do all weekend? Chat people? Anything good? What happened with the FOIA request dump? Somebody tell me all about it. Because I missed it. What was in it? I'm sure you know. Anything good in it?
I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, you didn't watch Mary go over it yesterday?
I did, but I actually I retained none of that information.
Zero retention. Well, that's good. That's awesome. That is awesome.
I was given the entire dump too, and I just didn't look at it. And then I didn't know I was gonna have a friggin' pop quiz today, but
Life is a pop quiz.
I know.
Mostly, anyway. Well, what's up?
Oh, that's a good one, Emily. Yes, I remember that now that you mention it. Wasn't on the schedule that day. Weird.
And yet he was lead investigator on this, or case officer.
Specially assigned.
They don't have lead case people, right?
So, Barbara?
So they say. In this one case, so they say.
Yeah, so the other night we were trying to watch some interviews and I got the ADHD theater going and couldn't concentrate. But I really want to watch this one that he did with Billy Bush. I don't know. I think it's like 30 minutes. So we'll find something to do after we do that. For sure.
That's good.
Hi, Fiona.
But I think we'll listen to my wife's new song before we go there.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Not new today, but I think it was the other day.
Nice.
Little smoke session too. That's nice.
Yes. Smoke them if you got them. Get ready. We're going to do
Like
something
what?
after this. But this is a super sweet video. So make sure you go to her page and watch these on her page. Don't just watch them here on my page and then not go to her page, because it's hard to build watch hours on 2 and 3 minute videos.
Yeah.
So even though she's got close to 1,000 subs, she don't got enough watch hours. And that's where you people.
Yeah, everyone make a little toy playlist.
Yeah, you people. Oops, wrong button. There we go.
I've been moving quiet, let them think they lead it. Hands in my work while they steady overseeing it. Talking like they built it, never seen the pieces. Trying to take the wheel, I'm the one who's steering. You can try to box me in, label what I do, but I don't fit a version that was built for you. I am what I am, don't need no excuses. I deal my own day, aces or deuces. Life ain't worth a damn till you stand and say I am. I am not invisible, I'm right here. No more shrinking, make it crystal clear. Nothing added, nothing removed, just the truth. I am what I am. You can keep the pressure, I've been carrying weight before you ever show me how to open the gate. I built doors from nothing, made a path out of doubt. Now you're trying to redraw what I mapped out. I don't need permission to exist how I do. I don't need correction from my half-seen view. You see moments, I see layers underneath. You see surface, I see everything it took to be me. I don't bend for control, I don't break for voice. Every step that I took, yeah, I made that choice. I am what I am. Say it with your chest now. No more playing small, no more second guess now. Life ain't worth a damn till you stand and say I am not invisible, I'm right here. Every doubt disappear. Nothing added, nothing removed. I'm the proof. I am what I am. No edits needed. No edits needed. No approval required. No edits needed. No edits needed. I am what I am.
Nice. No, that sounds pretty good.
It is good.
Yeah. Thank you,
So,
Toy.
Nikki Haircuts is going at Turtleboy on X. Is that what you were saying?
Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, he kind of always like has his little shots at TV, but I'm sure he's upped it lately with just everything that's going on.
I was trying to find it, but I don't see anything about it. Just reading through some of this shit on X is absolutely nuts.
Yeah, X is crazy.
Don't even like going on there. It's just madness on there.
It gets more fun when you start getting tagged and stuff, and people realize you exist. It's like,
I think it gets more fun.
no.
I mean, look at this thing. Look at this. I don't even follow but like 60 people.
Lots of Brando content though.
Oh yeah. Tons of Brando content.
Oh, and yes, and J7's been going crazy with the Rat House Media clips, and they're all so good.
I'm sure they are. X is just wild.
Oh, that story's so sad. So she is from here, from like this Worcester area. She looks so familiar to me, but I don't know her. But she was in a car accident like, I don't know, about a little less than a week ago, and she passed away, and the dog ran from the accident and was missing for like 3 days, and they finally, like, everyone was searching for this dog. And they finally found him. He was swimming in the lake, and they found him, and he's, so I mean, it's a bittersweet ending. So sad though.
Yeah, that's craziness.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't take long to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if he's put anything on his page about it. No, and I'm not following Nick Rocco, so I don't see what Nick posts.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Oh god, is this the whole thing? That's just what Nick put in. So Nick says the numbers don't lie. You're right. He made tons of money, even bought a house. She had to sell her house and has no income. Damn.
He's been earning this money. You know, it's not like he just got it because Karen Reed went on trial. He covered the trial. He's, you know, brought it to the masses. He made a whole freaking movement. Like, that was him. He earned that money.
This entertainment stuff is not as fucking easy as people think it is. They think you just get up there and you talk about whatever you want. Either people like you or they don't. Well, get on here and try your best, and then see if you can get 500 people in the chat.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Hopefully today we will, but
yeah,
never,
as always, it requires work. You got to work for it.
Yep. It requires you to do a whole lot of shit. And the more people that are watching, the more, you know, content you need to have that's good. And not as easy.
I'm wondering if he thinks that, like, if like Court TV was like going to catapult him to some super level, or but the people that he was always arguing against were like Plevin, like DePietro and shit like that. So.
But I mean, like, the reason that he's rich is because he won the lottery. So he expects it to be easy.
Medford man wins $1 million.
Can't buy charisma.
No.
So yeah, get online and earn it. It's not as easy as you think. Not as easy as you think.
It sure isn't.
So yeah, I wanted to watch this little interview with Billy the Hair Bush.
It is some hair.
Yeah. Couldn't really listen to the good parts the other night. If there are any, I hadn't listened to the whole thing. I was going to watch it on the stream, but got sidetracked. So here we go again.
Wasn't filed against me. Are you? Oh, he swatted it away like a nasty little gnat. How are you feeling right now? What's going on?
I feel great. I mean, we're finally going to be able to get justice for John O'Keefe. This is a gift. These buffoons, in an attempt to save their rightfully discredited names, have filed a ridiculous and hilarious lawsuit that is only going to open themselves up to all sorts of depositions in which they will essentially be put on trial for the murder of John O'Keefe. I mean, this is a gift. We wouldn't have had this opportunity had they not filed this lawsuit.
So you can basically try them for their involvement in his or alleged involvement in John's murder. You can basically try them
13.
while defending yourself, against defamation.
Yeah, because our defense is that this is everything I said is true, right? My defense, the ultimate defense to defamation is the truth. Right. And so if I believe that the truth is that John O'Keefe went inside that house, was murdered inside that house and planted outside that house.
I would just like to say I feel like Home Slice and Rambo are the same person.
You think?
Just want to say that publicly. Probably wrong.
That we need to delve into that. We need to ask these people questions about that. And we need to ask for things that Beverly Cannoni might have denied. Like Karen Reed never got Brian Albert's cell phone. Like she tried twice. She filed 2 Rule 17 motions to get his cell phone and was denied. But now he has initiated a lawsuit in which we would like to see his cell phone. I mean, we're alleging that these people, that he was killed inside that house. And they're the ones that initiated the lawsuit, not us. And so we have rights. And so we're going to ask, obviously, that's just one example of many things. I mean, Brian Higgins, what's on his phone? We never found out because he
threw it away.
He destroyed it. Yeah. So like what was on there? We need to see that. Let's talk about 227. Let's talk about that Google search. Let's subpoena Google. Let's get to the bottom. You have some guy named Ian Whiffen who testified that he literally rewrote the software to eliminate that from Cellbrite, but he also admitted it's still on.
The search, you mean how long to die in cold when
the
Jen
227
McCabe,
Google search that incriminates her and implicate, because we all agree that if she Googled that at 227, she's involved in plotting to murder John O'Keefe. If you believe that Google search happened, which it says it did, and an expert testified that it did, and another expert from Wake Forest who spoke with Vanity Fair said that it did, then it would be a very reasonable and rational conclusion to reach that she was involved in plotting the murder.
Yeah. So, okay. So that's going to get expensive though, right? I mean, to have, in order to defend yourself against defamation, you're going to then move to subpoena, Google for them to show what happened at 227 in the morning after John is, deceased. And, Jen McCabe Googles how long to die in cold. How long would it take for someone?
Exactly. What I just don't understand. If this evidence wouldn't convict her, so now it really doesn't matter because she's acquitted. You can just say what you want and bend it and manipulate it however you want to now in the civil trial because she can't be tried again.
Right. Well, it's just like OJ lost his civil trial, but I mean, that's because it was obvious in his criminal trial that he was guilty,
Yeah,
that's not the case for her. They think it's the same, but it's not.
Look at what their experts already tried to do on the Commonwealth side. They already tried to spin a particular narrative and only got so far. So now, when they're actually faced with all of this evidence, because a lot of this wasn't admitted from Beverly Cannoni. So
Exactly.
I'm kind of wondering, what's going to kind of turn out from this, but that's awesome. Winks. Thank you.
But now you can go back and all of that shit that she wouldn't let in, like Garrett Wing and other things like that. You can just throw it in.
Yeah,
I wonder what Garrett would charge him to come down and go on the stand and say, these are fucking dog bites. Here are all the fake arms that I use. Now look at this picture and look at these fake arms that we train with. and tell me how they look so similar. You remember that when he showed those arms on his show?
Yep.
The training arms they used look just like John.
Dude, Garrett Wing, if they bring him in, it's game over. Like,
Thank
They
you.
were ballistic. They were ballistic copies, right? As well, or no? They were just the training arms. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just what it looks like when a dog bites your damn arm. A
For
dog
sure.
that knows how to bite.
The puncture and tear.
Yeah, a dog that's been trained on how to hold people, not just bite people. You know what I mean?
yeah. Right.
That'd be cool. Especially if they let in some of that stuff they wouldn't let in the trial. It's going to be kind of hard to refute some of that stuff.
Yeah. FBI and shit.
Yep.
It all looks terrible, but you know, that's going to cost money. The whole trying this thing is going to cost money. You and Karen are co-defendants. Karen, you know, has her, but you have separate legal teams, right? This doesn't mean you have the same. You don't get Alan Jackson and all of this in his squad, do you?
That's right. I don't know who's on Karen. I don't even know if I haven't heard that Karen's hired anyone specifically for this. She has civil attorneys for her other lawsuits involving the McAlberts, but I haven't heard any announcements about, you know, attorneys for this one. But yeah, I will not have, you know, we're going to have separate attorneys, although we are clearly rowing in the same direction against the same common enemy, and we're being accused of the same thing by the same people, and our defense is going to be very similar, I would assume. It's that we were telling the truth. I mean, what are you supposed to do in the United States of America if you believe in your core that something happened and you can't say that thing?
The question on defamation is going to be, did you say, I believe this is what happened, or did you say this happened?
Well, it's implied. If I say something, this happened, then it's implied that I believe that because I'm the one that's saying it. I used to teach kids that when I was a history teacher, and I would teach them how to write stories. A lot of kids would write, they would say, in my opinion, you know, blah, 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 blah. And you
can say that and you're protected. Defamation cannot happen.
But I would teach them, get rid of, in my opinion. We know it's your opinion because you're writing it down. We know it's your opinion. Like, you don't have to preface everything.
So that's a technicality that you're right. Okay. So you're saying, you know, I have to say these people did it. They murdered Karen Reed.
That's clearly my opinion. Is it
all
not?
you didn't do is IMO.
Right, exactly. Like, I think it goes without saying that's my opinion.
What up, Jason?
And they'll tell you that they're going to say that, oh, he said, they have one quote in there that I think they said that I said, like, this is a fact, not an opinion. That doesn't change the fact it's an opinion. I could say whatever the hell I want to say. I could say the sky is green. It's not green. Okay. You know, you get a little hyperbolic, whatever, right? It's still, my opinion is based on facts and evidence. That's the thing. I didn't just pull this out of nowhere. I didn't make this up. Like, the evidence shows it. And we have to go through that evidence to show the jury that this is a perfectly reasonable conclusion for any person to reach. And then it's not just me. I mean, they're acting like me and Karen are these geniuses who somehow brainwash millions of people into believing that John O'Keefe was killed inside that house. But if they want to, we can get people to write thousands and thousands of affidavits in which they explain how they reached the conclusion that John was killed inside that house, independent of anything me or Karen said.
I think what they're going to question is, or what they're alleging, it seems, is that there was defamation and you declared these things and it was all at the behest of Karen Reed, that she was somehow a mastermind who was telling you what to do. Something.
That's going to be hard to prove when, like, all of the info she did give him, well, some of the stuff that they're talking about, he didn't have to get from her. You know what I'm saying? It was already, like, public. And then the other shit, he was like, look, I got to vet this shit. Can't just take it straight from you.
Yeah.
Like,
and
no.
like, she didn't have a gag order. Like, she could talk to reporters if she wanted
it's
to.
her case.
Right.
But since Meredith O'Neill did the whole phone extraction leaking, they got that, and now they feel like they have something that they can bring the suit for, and it's just ridiculous now.
Right. It's like that the extraction came out, and they're like, there's got to be something in here. You know, they're just convinced that they'll find something they can use, but there's nothing that makes something that didn't happen happen.
I mean, do you really think they're going to find something that they didn't find in the 2 criminal trials?
No. I mean, we had Karen Reed's phone for the longest time. That was already evidentiary for them to use. So all of the records were already in court on her side.
Yeah. And in my opinion thing, like, I totally get that. When I was in college, the thing that pissed me off the most was when someone would raise their hand and they'd get called on and they'd be like, "Can I ask a question?" Like, no shit. That's why you raise your hand, right? And then you get called on. Like, yes, just freaking ask the question.
Yeah. Bob's right. You may want to say allegedly instead of, in my opinion, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially on here when they're throwing around freaking lawsuits everywhere to YouTubers, or saying they're going to. And you can sue anybody in the country for anything you want.
It's just whether you're going to win or not.
Yep. But you can still cause the other person some grief.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
People
what
like a lawyer will waste their time with it.
got to get a lawyer, you know, blah, blah, blah. So it costs you a couple G's just to fuck with people.
Tells me, Turtleboy, that you're a guy that nobody tells what to do, not Karen, not anyone.
I think Karen Reed would be the first one to tell you that. Yeah, and
right.
And vice versa. You know, thus we have 2 similar personalities like that. Thus the butting of heads, I guess. But yeah, certainly you're not going to tell me what to do, and she's not going to tell me what to do. The fact is that her 94-page affidavit filed by Alan Jackson on April 12th, 2023, that was not sent to me by her. That was sent to me by other people who were like, check this out. This is an interesting story. And I read it, and everything that Alan Jackson alleged in there came with an exhibit like that backed up his assertions. Like, for instance, he claimed that, you know, John's phone showed him going, Apple Health data showed him going up and down 3 flights of stairs. And then they include a screenshot of that in the, you know, as an exhibit in the affidavit. So certain, like, that is a reasonable conclusion for someone to reach that John is in the house if his phone is going up and down 3 flights of stairs. That's not defamation. That's just what happened. And how come they can allege in their filings that Karen Reed did? They literally, they defame her repeatedly in this. They say that she killed John O'Keefe. 2 juries determined that didn't happen, that John O'Keefe wasn't hit by a car.
Yeah.
And that a car.
Talk about defamation. I mean, Jesus, the whole thing is built on, like, on reverse.
Why is it legally okay to say she did it, but not legally okay to say they did it?
That'll be answered. So right now, you guys are together on this trial. What's interesting is that there was a little bit, you know, go back months ago, there was a little break in your relationship, a little riff in your relationship. You and Karen had right? Because there was, I guess, you know, are we supporting each other? I fought for you. Are you showing up for me? But now look at this picture. It seems that you're back together. So this is a right? Is
oh, shit, Connor's here. Everybody say hey to Connor. Everybody say hey, Connor.
Hi, Connor.
Connor.
Seriously, I'm not going anywhere until everybody in here says hey to Connor.
Oh my God. Hi, Connor.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. Some things you just got to put your foot down, you know? Everybody say hey to Connor.
This white cry.
Oh, God.
That fuck.
is there
This is my favorite.
This white cry.
Didn't he put out something the other day? I thought I saw it earlier. Where was it? Damn, it was like a post on X or something like that about how he's killing it.
He's been in a bunch of spaces.
Oh, has he? Oh, anybody got any good spaces we can listen to after this? That'd be great.
This white cry.
I feel like there's been a bunch, but I don't know.
We caught his ass in that one spaces though.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was fun.
The glare went in.
Yeah, during the spaces inception.
Oh, I love it.
Just Playing a dude, pretending to be another dude.
Well, they've certainly united
healing?
us in a common goal, against a common enemy. If that was their goal, I guess they're gonna succeed, because her and I have no choice now but to row in the same direction on this. We have the same common defense. And yeah, I mean, this is big picture stuff. This is what actually matters. All the stuff that's happened since the trial, any division or personal
You people are too generous. Thank you.
Cajun.
differences between her and I don't really
All of them, not just the red ones. All of them. I appreciate it.
matter. What matters is the fact that we're both being sued by these people who framed her for murder. And I've always fully supported Karen Reed because she's innocent, and I will continue to support her no matter what, because the truth is the truth, and it's not a crime to say that, and it's not defamation to say that.
Now the judge can do whatever they want. I mean, they can throw out, Karen's part and say, well, she didn't direct him, and she never said point blank. She was too busy fighting for her life, trying not to go to jail for the rest of her life, to defame. So the judge is going to say, what if the judge says, no, Karen's out of this thing. It's now Turtleboy alone.
Mary B. Cinco de Mayo is coming up.
Woohoo. We have big plans.
No, but I think DPP does.
You know who would love that drink?
You know,
Gay
you
can.
have to fight for that beer once he figures out that brand. Where do you get the piece?
Little piss with some lime.
It's the best piece. Oh, a little warm, hot. And the lime in there just takes your breath. It's just crazy. Oh, so delicious.
Are you prepared? If that happened, would you be prepared to raise a shit ton of money and go? I mean, it's going to be expensive. So what's the plan?
Yeah. Well, it's always been Turtleboy against the world. That's the thing about it. So that would be nothing new for me if that were to happen. And either way, I'm going to have to raise money because we're going to have different lawyers, my lawyers, Mark Betterow and Tim Bradle, will still be involved in this case. They'll probably take a similar role to the one that Alan Jackson has played in Karen's civil case, in that Alan Jackson is not the lead guy in that. Damon Seligson and Rosenberg are the two lead attorneys in her civil suit. Alan Jackson is there to I don't know, assist,
advise, head coach,
whatever. Yeah, advise, all that stuff. So like he's so familiar with the case and he's intricately. And so I would assume that whoever, I have not hired an attorney yet. We're working on that. But when we do, he'll take a similar role to Seligson and Rosenberg, and Bradle and Betterow will take a similar role to Alan Jackson.
But you're going to fight this all the way. And do you feel, I mean, you have a pretty great community there that supports you, that follows you, are you confident that we'll be able to, here we go, Otto 1630 in the comment section, May 17, fundraiser with turtles all around it. So what's happening on May 17? That's a fundraiser for your defense in this?
Yeah, so I'm doing a 12-hour live stream of a fundraiser for myself on my channel, in which I'm 12 to 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. I'm gonna have all sorts of guests on. You've received an invitation. We'd love to have you on.
I accept.
Awesome.
It's the least I get. You've been gracious to come on here before. I will. I'll be there. You can.
Yeah, I'm trying to stagger the times about when people will come on, but committed guests so far include Melanie Little, Will DeGlaire, Auntie Deb. I've reached out to David Unetti. I would love to get him on. The Matas, Ian Runkle, Andrea Burkhart, Broken Bigger. The list goes on and on. So we got a lot of really good people who are well known on YouTube. And
You talking about Samantha Benino? Benino? Is it? Let's see. Too much shit in the way. Sorry, I'm looking it up real quick. I don't know. She's put out a bunch of those in that little series. The very last one, her latest. Maybe we can watch it. I don't think she would mind. If she does, she could just copyright strike me. I wish I had an email. I could send her an email real quick and ask her permission. She might not mind.
Who's this?
Samantha Benino. The last place that we have a clerk sighting was there. It's the last time I ever saw him was in her chat.
Oh, Clark.
I know I miss Clark.
Supporters of mine, lawyers, legitimate people. And, that all, I'd love to hear their perspective on this. And, our goal is to raise $50,000 in that one day, which I think we can definitely do. Because as you said, this is going to be expensive. And I'm also facing criminal charges we have a motion to dismiss for that on May 14th.
Wow.
Fighting two battlefronts right now.
Does this ever just you got a lot of fight in you. You're a guy that anybody would want in their foxhole. But does this ever just are you over it? Are you like, God, this needs to go away? Or do you relish the fight? Is that sort of that Trumpist, the Trump, I love the fight thing?
Both, I guess. I mean, I do love the fight, and I do love the fact.
Are you wearing taped wrists right now? Did I see a hand?
I got a YouTube injury.
You look like you actually are going to go fight after this.
I actually have a YouTube injury, so I'm on the DL. So I drink so much out of a Stanley, and Stanleys are heavy, especially if you put ice in them. And this motion right here of picking up the Stanley with my right has destroyed my elbow. So I have tennis elbow apparently from
so do I.
YouTube injury. Yeah.
I thought it was from pickleball. You're telling me it's a YouTube injury? What?
It's a YouTube injury. Yeah. From the Stanley. Yeah.
All right. Let's just discuss this little situation right here.
Do you have insurance just in case you get a YouTube injury?
What?
Streaming insurance.
Because I've had some injuries here lately. I'd started working out again, but then I was carrying the window around the house and new construction and stepped in a hole about as big as my shin. The fucking window fell on me and it was a nightmare. I didn't even say anything to y'all about it. Just walking around the house, just chilling with a couple 100-pound window on my shoulder. Stepped in a hole and fucking fell down.
Gotta watch out for those holes, man.
Yeah. Well, they just laid all the sod, so it was like a spacing in between the sod. They didn't fill the holes like they're supposed to, and made it extra. It kind of hurt.
You didn't even come here and complain about it? That's what we're here for.
I didn't know that I could blame it on YouTube. Where's the HR for this shit?
Not me. I don't know how I randomly got elected.
I need to submit several forms. I have some injuries, shoulders hurting, elbow, chest muscle. Yeah, I need the form that I can fill out.
Yeah.
About my it's definitely YouTube injuries.
It's
Look
definitely.
how I've got my hand on this mouse. You know what I'm saying? It's like.
Yep. Yeah, it's hard work, man. It's tough.
I think it's torn my rotator cuff. 20 years of sports when I was younger, no injuries, no lingering injuries. But now, thanks to the YouTube and the mouse here, I think I've torn my rotator cuff.
I mean, it seemed like a low impact activity.
Oh, yeah, and I did something else too. I've been trying not to spend any money, especially just, because you never know where this is going to go, if it's going to end suddenly. It could end suddenly. It's scary. But I bought a chair.
You did?
After riding this thing for a year, I bought a chair.
Is it going to have a high back?
It's a big kid's chair.
Okay.
So it should be big enough for me to just sit. But
don't make it too comfortable and you'll fall.
No, there's too much going on in here to fall asleep in these headphones. Yeah, I actually got. Of course, I bought this like production stuff, but I needed a chair I've been putting off, and it's a GT player, kind of like the one you can buy at Walmart, but that's a little bitty chair. This is like one of their better versions, and it was on sale too.
Nice.
Got it.
Don't want a YouTube related injury.
Yeah, so my back doesn't stop hurting. I have to blame it on YouTube.
Repeated motion, because it was like every time I would pick it up, it would start getting.
I got to hear that one more time. Just a little bit.
I thought it was for pickleball. You're telling me it's a YouTube injury? What?
It's a YouTube injury, yeah. From the
Oh.
Stanley. Yeah. That repeated motion, because it was like every time I would pick it up, it would start getting, and I'm like, you just think it's a little pain, and then it just gets worse and worse, and you go to the doctor, and you're like, oh yeah, you have
From drinking out of the Stanley Cup.
Well, this is, I mean, what he can do is he can start selling, I mean, I don't know if it would help his situation, but they make like Stanley crossbodies now that you can like put your cup in. It also has like other parts where you can put like, you know, your wallet and your phone and all that stuff. And then you can just carry it on your shoulder instead of with your arm.
Well, now that I know that YouTube can cause injury. I did know a guy who was on a ride in lawnmower and tore his ACL.
Riding a lawnmower?
Yeah, he had his legs propped up. He was got too comfortable. I guess he had his leg in a twisted kind of position, riding around, bouncing in on the thing all day. And I couldn't walk for a while. Fucking hilarious.
Damn.
Wow.
White cryfish.
tennis elbow. And I'm like, they asked what I did with it. And I'm like, I do this motion a lot. And I'm like, that definitely did it.
A YouTube injury that I actually have it worse. I've got, not only do I have tennis, I've got tennis elbow, which is the outside, golfer's elbow, which is the inside. And then 2 days ago, I'm just working and I get up and I'm like, oh, that feels weird. And I swear to God, I can't raise my arm right now. My whole right arm is defunct. And it was simply from my laptop.
Sitting down, doing nothing for too long. You're like Neo, Billy Bush. You have atrophy. You've never used those muscles before.
It's the new age of injuries from sitting at a computer all day.
God.
I have a YouTube related neck injury from looking down at my phone all the time.
Mm-hmm. Work blue collar part time. When you sit in that chair, you'll be like, darn, this is nice.
Like my computer, I'm getting a cortisone shot today at 12 o'clock because I've got a golf match, like a tournament match that I have to, I'm too competitive to fold. I'm not walking away. So I got a cortisone shot at noon and I'm teeing off at 1:15 in an elimination match. I mean, I hope it works by that time.
You know? Don't let anyone tell you that YouTube is YouTube.
I went back to the lipstick in the YouTube tag products. So nobody wants to buy the tampons. So I went back to the lipstick.
It ain't easy.
This is dangerous stuff. Turtleboy is with us. He is co-defendant in this this defamation suit filed by Brian Albert and Jen McCabe and Colin Albert and Brian Higgins, and it's in Barnstable, right? Barnstable Superior Court, and nothing's happened yet, right? There's no hearing that's been set. There's nothing. It's just that they made their press release and announced that they were coming after you. That's it.
Yeah. So I got served officially yesterday.
Oh,
it's not official till you get served. So it came to my house constable.
SD, I believe he has a real life girlfriend, not one 32 hours away. And no, I don't think he has the crush anymore.
Gave me the paperwork. So now the clock is
what does
starting.
a constable look like in 2026? It's a name that
it's just a guy,
Did he have buckles on his shoes and was?
Hey, Sparkly, thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out.
What up, Sparkly?
Was it rolled up in a scroll when he handed it to you?
No, I just look like a civilian. Just knocking on the door gives me a piece of folder there and hands it to
It's not expensive. I don't know how expensive lipsticks are. I just tagged the popular ones. So it's probably good lipstick. It was like,
Let's check it out.
Well, yeah. I didn't want to do the Revlon for $4.99. You know what I mean? Some high class women up in here. I didn't want to insult your intelligence.
to me, and I open it up, and I've seen this lawsuit already, and it let me know that I had, I think, 30 days to respond to this in writing, and I have to answer each of the interrogatories and a yes or no. That's how it starts. You have to either, admit it or deny it, each of the claims. So it's like 115 or 16, I forget how many claims that they have on here. And so they're giving us time, and then we'll write it. I don't know when the first hearing date on this would be, or what our legal strategy would be.
What'd you say, Mary B?
I said lipstick isn't real.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to sell some of it, so let's make it real.
Going forward,
Yeah,
but Barnstable's not.
It's like, how your kid in the band has to sell the chocolate bars. YouTube's trying to make me sell this stuff.
Nice. And
I like
summer in the
chocolate
Cape
bars.
could be worse.
All right, let's whip around here. Wawa says in the comments section, let's do a whip around here for your pals and Turtleboy and Turtleboy's supporters. Here we go. Aiden is so calm. Good for him, says Karen. These lawsuits a waste of time. If anyone has a question, by the way, for Turtleboy, please hop in there and we'll get to that. Steve, you keep an eye on those while I ask you this. Is it in the interest of Massachusetts state, but anyone that's in government in the Commonwealth, for this to keep going? I mean, they were deeply embarrassed in the criminal trial in June 2025.
I've tagged so many products in these videos since I've been monetized, and I have not sold one. If anybody ever, I'm not telling you to buy them, don't buy them, because if anybody ever buys one, it will probably fucking collapse YouTube.
Well, so where do you choose, like, what kind of products can you choose? Are you like limited to
Anything
certain?
in the world.
Really? So if
Yeah.
there's something that people buy a lot of,
Well, you can't see that. You have to type in what you're thinking about. It's not like a story. It just says, what do you want to tag? And you type a product in. If it's in there, you can tag it.
oh, okay.
I've tagged $1,000 Festool track saws till I was blue in the face. Nobody bought one.
Because if you can put like monsters on there, like orange
I'm
monsters,
sure you can.
I'll buy that shit.
But now what I'm telling you is it's a game between me and YouTube. And if they owe me $1 from that, they may kick me off here.
Yeah, that's true.
But I have tagged more products than any other YouTuber ever. From tampons to sex toys to lipstick.
When these four people file their
And very nice organic tampons, I must say.
defamation suit against you, and don't you think, like most people in authority, they're like, can we just get out of this now and get away? And then these people just double down. I don't know why they want to keep it going. And I would wonder if there's not pressure on this judge to throw the whole thing out, because find anything, find a reason that saves face for whoever you can to end this, because they can't stand the embarrassment anymore. They already look too shady and too corrupt.
Yeah, it's bizarre why they'd want to keep being in the public spotlight like this. The only explanation I can reach is that they
J7, they're hand rolled. Hand rolled.
They have honey in them. Like, that's not good.
They're outsourced to like Zimbabwe or something. They're hand rolled, probably by a little kid. High quality.
believe that what they're doing is they're trying to act like innocent people. Like innocent people who have been defamed like this would probably file a lawsuit. So they're like asking themselves, what would an innocent person do? Well, that. So I guess we'll do this to kind of make it look like we actually believe that we're innocent. That's the only conclusion I can reach. Because if you wanted to sue someone for this, like suppose there was a world in which they actually were innocent, right? In which that they didn't do anything to John, right? Something like that. Well, who's the real cause of the belief that they did this? That would be the police. That would be the state police and the Canton police. Like if they had done a proper investigation into, and searched the house and there was no blood inside and they could have been cleared as suspects and they could prove that Colin wasn't there at that time. If they did also an actual investigation into this and
She says, see if you find the humor in this. I bought a Stanley in honor of Turtleboy, but it's too large to fit inside the cup holder.
That's what she said.
Boom.
it cleared these people and exonerated them, then there would be no speculation as to who did this. If they didn't plant taillight, I mean, they planted taillight. Who wouldn't on Brian Albert's property? So, like, if I were the McAlberts and I were completely innocent, I would be suing the police, right, for screwing this thing up and putting me in this position where all these people think that I did it. Instead, they're going after the two people who pointed out their odd behavior and their lies and all these things that added up, 227 Google searches, all this stuff that made it look like they were hiding something and that they possibly covered up the murder of John O'Keefe.
Yeah. Why did they wait 3 years to file, says Robin in the comments section?
It's a great question. There's a 3-year statute of limitations for deaf.
Yeah, so they waited till the very end of the statute. What's up, Lauline?
Hey guys,
Hey, Lolly.
What's up?
another day in paradise, and y'all.
Paradise, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Weekends.
dog have a flower in its hair? That's so cute.
I'm trying to
Sorry.
figure out what Karen McCoy is trying to send back. Oh, the Stanley Cup.
Did y'all see Glare making fun of Teves about his injury?
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
That
He's
was
like, you've done 60 days in the county. You can't be complaining about your elbow.
We just did that.
Yep.
I
Really?
heard you going through your complaint list.
Yeah, so but lifting your drink off the table can get a little repetitive,
Yeah, especially if you're doing bad form.
Oh, it's 12 to 14 times over the 3-hour show. Dangerous.
Well, you
Okay.
got Sex Cult and you've got Bus Stop Lives. I mean, that's a lot.
Well, can we just put our money together and get him a really long straw?
No, they've already said they're going to get him one of those helmets.
No, just need a really long
It
straw.
goes like all in the circles and loops
Yeah.
and stuff.
Oh,
Those
and
are
it can have its own mic stand that you hook the little straw into. That way he only has to do this right here.
It could be like a gerbil thing.
You remember 2 years ago when he used to take a sip of his drink, he didn't use straws yet, and we all
Slurping.
slurp. And he's like, wow, it's not that loud.
Yeah, it's our fault. It's our fault that he has an injury now. Because we made
We got him worked up over the slurp, and he's like, fine, I'll get a straw. He got a fucking Stanley Cup.
Got an injury.
He used to slurp those cups, dude. That was fucking hilarious. And then get pissed because 700 people type slurp in the chat.
And that's the first thing Glare said about him chewing his gum on the stream. He's like, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to smoke in here, so y'all just going to deal with it.
What up, Mazza? Everybody say hey to Mazza.
Hey, Mazza.
3,700 today for Kelsey.
That is awesome.
I heard it was 4,100 at the end.
Ooh, 4,100 at the end. Nice.
I
Last
think
time
he
I
did,
was
like
37.
a total of 50,000. What are you doing, Fiona? She's trying to eat my food. 50,000 fundraisers.
That's boss level.
That darn cat.
Boss.
Or-
You get up to 43 today. Nice.
You see?
Hell yeah. Keep on. Mazza's going to be the final boss. You know how you fear the final boss. 50 grand. That's a lot of money. A lot of money.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
All right, Dr. Tess, we're going to watch this video from Samantha. We better hurry up. We got about,
Yeah, that one was really good.
I mean, we can skip over there and watch it.
And I didn't really like the Billy Bush interview personally because I thought Billy kept interrupting him. It was aggravating to me, which I know he's on a time schedule and stuff, but
Yeah. That video is an hour. There's 8 minutes left in the Billy Bush interview. So I just want to hear the end of it. I'll speed it up.
Defamation in Massachusetts. So I wrote my first article or made my first post about this on April 17th, 2023. I published it the next day on the 18th, and I got this lawsuit was filed on April 16th of 2026. So they had one more day to file this lawsuit, basically, if they wanted to include my initial writings about this. So, but the question is, why didn't they do it before? Like, why weren't they doing this when it happened? You know,
right. So it's obviously there was a painstaking decision. They mulled over it, and then at the very end, it certainly wasn't a unanimous thing. You know, it doesn't seem very cocksure. Is that the right use of the word? I hope so.
But I'll tell you one thing: this is the appropriate venue. If you feel like
that's what it says, but I think it depends on when the Celtics game ends.
You have been smeared or wronged or lied about. This is the appropriate venue to do it, is in civil court, not criminal court. Like, that's the problem with my witness intimidation charges, is they are like a substitute for a defamation. Like, okay, you guys feel like I've lied about you, that I've wronged about you, that I've smeared you. So then sue me. Don't arrest me for witness intimidation. Sue me and then we can deal with it in civil court. But no, they use the mechanisms of the state because the state is free. They don't have to pay the Norfolk District Attorney's Office to charge me, but they do have to pay their lawyers. And that's another question: is who's financing this? This is very expensive. They have 5 lawyers, including Christopher Mattei. The guy, I'm told, is a bigwig down in Connecticut because he sued Alex Jones. Like, that was hard. I could sue Alex Jones and win, but you know, who's paying these guys? Like, where are they coming up with this money? There's no way they're paying this.
I know
themselves.
It's going to be expensive too.
Yeah.
I still think I think it's, you know, either part or the whole thing will probably be thrown out. I don't think Massachusetts wants any further embarrassment. Here's Nicole. She says, hey, Bill, it's a super chat, baby. Hey, Billy and Dr. T, just had to say, after going through everything you wrote the past 4 years on Melanie's show the past few days, you are a master class. There's zero doubt because of you. There's a little love right there.
Yeah, Melanie's done a great job breaking this down and actually going through the footnotes and the links that they include in there. And they include a lot of my articles. And when you actually click on the articles and read them, you can see how well researched my journalism is and exactly how I came to this conclusion. So if they want to enter that into evidence, knock yourself out.
There's a question before that said, who are you looking most forward to deposing?
Oh, great question. Colin Albert. I have so many questions.
I was going to say, out of the 4, that's the one that I'm most interested in. What are you doing in there, Colin? Don't you think you should be, laying very low?
Well, it's just his story about the knuckles and how they got that way by falling on. I have so many questions about that, right? But you know, it's not necessarily just limited to the 4 defendants. I have tons of questions for all of them, obviously, and I assume they're all going to lie about everything that they say.
That's amazing. Yeah, Colin Albert, the nephew, who's, by the way, had his own, history of problems in the state. If I'm not, I don't want to say anything wrong here, but he had a DUI thing.
That's Chris.
Oh, Chris. Okay, I take that back, Colin. But Colin's the younger guy. Some of his buddies, he's a rambunctious sort of fella, is he not?
Yes. So he's the one that made those TikTok videos threatening the Advantage Boys. Bang, bang, we got mess you dogs up, all this stuff. Like, he's a big hardo. And then he testified on the stand that he'd never been in a fight before. But after he testified, I had 3 people send me videos of Colin fighting, and they never got to question him about that.
And he's got bruised knuckles that he said.
Them ain't going to be the only 3 times either. Probably a lot. It's probably a lot more. They weren't good fights. They don't have to be good fights. He didn't say I've never been in a good fight. Like him and the other
more believable.
Fighting. That was a joke. And the other kid was like, pants. Like, dude, we're fighting.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about, pants? And what the fuck kind of fight is this? Is this the girls' room? I've seen better fights in the girls' room.
Hey now, Danny.
Yeah, watch it.
Some good fights in the girls' room. Sorry.
I prefer not violent, but I can kick your ass.
I've only heard it been mentioned once, and TB made it sound like Mark Vetero had the exact angle, was them filing the civil suit is going to bring their credibility into question in the witness intimidation charges, because now they have a financial reason to want to win that. So it's kind of like back with Lindsay and how They wanted to get Cosgrove off because he had a reason to discredit her due to her suing him. So now the is it all four of them? All four of them have witness intimidation charges against Turtleboy. So if that trial happens first, there will have to at least be a jury instruction that there's a civil suit pending in which they stand to gain financially.
Yeah, and if the civil suit waits until like off season, like late fall or winter, then we can like rent a house down the Cape. It'll be cheaper.
The civil suit is going to be years from now. I can assure you.
I know. I just hope it's not in the summer. That's going to be bad. Getting to that Barnstable County in the summer is like the worst.
Yeah. I got to make this public announcement. I think somebody's echoing, but Connor, please cut Sparkly some slack.
Oh.
So by all means, they will stay the civil suit until the criminal is over. But the point is, since they filed the civil suit as witnesses in the criminal suit, they have more of a reason to lie.
Yeah, and it's easier to lie. I mean, like we were talking about before you got up here, well, they're just going to regurgitate all this information from the two trials the way they want to.
Yeah, the problem is, though, that as many times as they testified and given statements, it's going to be a lot harder keeping stuff straight. The good stuff is going to come in with all the evidentiary stuff that's allowed in the civil versus the criminal case.
Yeah,
We're gonna have all of the. Yeah, I heard you talking about Garrett Wing, which some of his stuff's going to be questionable because you have to have kind of like, he can't just bring one of those arms in and say, "Here, this is what happens." You know, when a dog, you got to have documentation of when the test was done, how the test was done, video of it. They're not just going to let all the stuff in that he's shown us.
Pretty cheap. Garrett may not be cheap, but the fake arm and the getting a dog and all that, probably not that big of a deal.
We looked into the prices of it back when Be in Trouble was doing those videos, the ballistic arms and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What was it? It cost him $1,500 for the arm that was gelatin with the all the way up to the elbow or something.
Yeah, there was all kind of different ranges because some of them had like actual fake circulatory systems in them to where you could see what would happen as far as pooling of blood and bruising. I mean, there's all kind of different ones out there.
But I see him in Melanie's chat all the time now.
He had made a video, I say recently, and I got a notification about him making a video, and he was on camera too, I believe, this time.
Let's jump to Samantha's video. Is Samantha an attorney? What does the MS and the other stuff mean in her title name? Is that like?
I think she's a psychologist, right?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
What are the initials behind her name?
Well, behind the name on her page, let's see. MS, MA. Is that Mississippi, Massachusetts? Is she from Mississippi? Can't be. It's no way. Master of Science. Okay. In psychology. Nice. She's very smart. That's for sure. PhD candidate. Somebody just got booted. Oh, it's Lolling. Probably got a call. What is it? What are you laughing at me about? Because I don't know what it means. Master of Arts. Okay. Master of Science, Master of Arts. Cool. Awesome. Well, I have not watched this, so I hope it's as good as you guys say it is, which I don't doubt you. Don't doubt.
I haven't seen this one myself.
I haven't watched the other ones either. What'd you say, Lou?
I haven't seen this one myself. So
Is this the one with Turtleboy and Loophole Lawyer?
Probably. It's the last one. I don't know. I haven't seen the other ones. I don't see Loophole Lawyer in there.
Then I haven't seen this one. I saw the one that Turtleboy went on with Vince.
Yeah, that was a live. We watched that.
Okay.
This is a video and part of a series that she's making.
Gotcha.
So I hate to just watch one part, but Bob says it's hell good, so we're gonna watch it.
Did his sister at 12:23 here. And then he texted again that he was going to leave. Then Julie Nagel went outside and
Kate, that's not my question.
I'm explaining what happened in the 4 minutes.
You can explain.
There's nothing more than me calling and saying, hey, did they come to your house? That's what we did when the media showed up, when Miss Reed's private investigator showed up. We just give each other the heads up, hey, somebody's coming, because we're just like normal moms. We're not used to this.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Make sure that the mods drop her link in the chat, even though she's probably got, if I had to guess, 60,000 subs. Ooh, 58.
nice.
58. That's kicking ass right there. I know she does a lot of people in her chat. She keeps upwards of 2,000 people in there, so she does really
Great
well.
guess.
Gentlemen.
Hmm?
That was a great guess.
Yeah. Just a guess, though.
Soak it all in. Because this, what you're about to see, is what normal looks like to Jennifer McCabe.
Buffalo, what does that? Piece of stickers. Damn. You are a bully.
Can we take one more glance at that exhibit through the court commission? Okay. Back up for a quick second. Can we take one more glance at that exhibit through the court commission? Okay.
The intention of justice is to see that the guilty people are proven guilty and that the innocent are.
Make this series. I
Okay,
started
can you
out with wanting to investigate.
Say it again.
I was trying to see what pop she had on her back shelf back there. Trying to zoom in while you got her on screen.
Oh,
What was going on in the house when or just before Karen and John pulled up, because it dawned on me that they were obviously being deceptive about this period of time. I mean, we've just rehashed all of it. Well, a lot of it. And one of the stories that I used to just gloss over because I didn't think it was very important and it was boring, frankly, was the story about Julie Nagel going outside to see her brother. I
Huge
always
point,
thought it was a
Danny.
little.
can you not see it?
Are we talking about who the pops are?
Yeah.
I can't tell. I'm zoomed all the way in on my phone. I can't tell.
Oh, well, I was going to stop it for you.
Can you see it?
Nope. Can't see the names.
I can tell some initials, but like I collect the musician ones, so I was trying to see who she collects.
I can't see them.
Can't tell.
My niece went through it. Went through a thing where she got all the Stranger Things ones.
Oh my god, my kids have all of those. I just would get the musician ones. Anyway, Danny, this is kind of like the best part right here, right? We're about to talk about Nagel outside and kind of your favorite part.
I don't even want to talk about it.
I always thought it was suspect, but everything they say is suspect. So I just chalked it up to one of those things. This time, however, because I have been investigating the question of whether or not they could have been in the family room, and whether or not John O'Keefe could have hit his head on that beautiful brick stone fireplace. Because I've been asking that question,
Brick is very absorbent. You could go back to this day. If you could locate the brick, you can
Mhm.
break it open. They're
It's
very,
porous.
very porous, very porous. Not just regular porous, but you can find it.
all of a sudden, the testimony of Julie Nagel and Sarah Levinson, the testimonies, plural. We have one from Julie from trial 1 and 2 from Sarah, one in trial 1 and trial 2. And we're going to take a closer look at that in our final chapter on this investigation and in our investigative journey on this topic. Because today, well, we have a lot of something else to do instead. But it was through trying to show you that those two are deceptive, because let's face it, they are the reason that for the last 4 years, nobody wanted to believe that John O'Keefe walked through that door. Even Karen's attorneys tried to work around.
Even the freaking prosecution's fucking witness said he's headed towards the fucking door. His motion is towards the door. And we know that the phone doesn't track your exact motion, it tracks where you were. Yeah, he went in the house.
This by
She's in our chat
implying
right now.
that maybe Sarah
Who is?
IDBH True Crime.
No way. Why would she be slumming it down here?
And now you can double check that she's fine with us watching it, because we were definitely going to post
Too
the
late
link
now.
and send people over.
Thank you for your work.
Absolutely.
But yeah, everybody likes you. So, and these are great.
Part 5. Okay.
It's the part that gets me right here. It's like maybe not the best one for me to watch. Right, Lolly? With deep breaths.
Yeah.
Because if we can figure out what happened to John when he was headed towards the house,
We know he wasn't outside when Julie came out.
nope.
I mean, she's standing at the truck. They're in a front yard that's, what, 60
She would
feet
have been,
wide at the most. There's 2 vehicles. If he were standing outside the vehicle at the truck with Karen, they would have seen him.
yep.
They would
So
have seen him walk in.
it's 60 feet. So that's the distance between the Major League pitcher's mound and home plate. And if somebody was laying in between home plate and the pitcher's mound, you would fucking see them. They're right there.
And heard him. And then by the time Nagel and the truck left, no one's at the vehicle and the dome lights on. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. He had to have gone inside before Karen pulled the vehicle up.
It's infuriating. Because he went into the house. Or he got abducted by a fucking alien spaceship in the middle of the yard.
And they had an alien dog.
Sarah and Julie were so busy singing and dancing.
The singing and dancing and talking and music going on, you did not hear Chloe bark, correct? You did not hear somebody get hit in the back of the head with anything, correct?
Objection.
That they didn't see John come through that side door that Karen tells us he walked through.
And I saw him.
I do not have a degree. Yeah. Enough college to have a degree, but didn't get it. So a degree of nothing.
Reach the breezeway door, which is the side front door, and you open the door and went to walk in.
And I believe that she believes that. So if that's not true, it's not because Karen's lying. It's because she didn't see it correctly, I guess. So we have no choice, guys, but to accept the possibility that John O'Keefe walked through the goddamn family room door.
This is the arrival of John O'Keefe's phone at 34 Fairview, correct? At the end of it says, show the device moving west from the roadside towards the house. That's what you wrote, correct?
Correct.
The next.
Correct. Gosh.
Does it ever pivot and go back towards the road? No.
And what would happen if he was on the way to the house and his phone died before he went like onto the step?
I've never said anything about the battery dying though.
No,
But then again, the phone, we're trusting Massachusetts State Police with all the phone data.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we already know Karen's GPS information in her phone was deleted while in state police custody. So I don't trust any of the phone data. That's why none of this makes sense.
Unless they can use it, and then it makes perfect sense to them.
But they don't use it in full.
Who was the other guy? Remember the guy that we had come on here and debate you that night? Oh my God, that was fun. That was a while ago, but that was fun.
And that was the area I know the least about is tech with the phone. But still, it was ridiculous.
Here we go.
Says from the combination of device location and bearing, it does appear that the device started to move towards the house. The first part is again a statement that the device has started to move toward the house. This location data is immediately followed by 12 minutes of low accuracy records, which offer no reliable location information. The reason for such low accuracy location data at this time is not known, as there are many possible reasons why the accuracy was be reduced. There's a little grammar issue there. This could include reasons such as the device entered a building covered area, the result of weather conditions, geography, poor connectivity. Interesting and notable, you did not include that depiction in your timeline that you discussed with the jury yesterday, did you?
That's what she's saying happened. And you know what? That's what Julie Nagel told us too.
We're still in the same room in the family, the floor plan, which is the kitchen and the dining room area.
Number one, it slips out that they were hanging out in the family room when everybody came back from the waterfall. Now, to be 100% clear,
how do you make PB&Js in the family room?
I mean, she was making them in her car, so I guess you can pretty much make them anywhere. Really not the jelly, though, unless it was cold enough to keep jelly in your car in Massachusetts. They never mentioned jelly.
The only on-the-go PB&J kit.
They never did mention jelly, though, right? Wasn't it only peanut butter sandwiches for her niece?
Probably.
It
But peanut butter jelly time sounds way much better. A lot better.
It could have been peanut butter and fluff too. You guys have fluffernutter in your states, or is that just a Massachusetts thing?
I'm not saying we don't have it. I've never heard of it.
You've never heard of fluff? So good.
What is fluff?
It's marshmallow, like a marshmallow fluff that you can put on a sandwich.
I'm sure it exists.
We're not
but
sure.
I'm too bougie for
Yeah,
me,
that shit's
maybe.
good.
I know it's big around here.
What up, Charlie?
Sure if they were hanging out in there or if they wind up in there because of what happens. And as you're about to see, she's not alone in saying so.
You changed your mind while you were still inside the Albert home, correct?
I did not say that, no.
Well, I'm asking you now.
No.
Wait, what was that?
You changed your mind while you were still inside the Albert home, correct?
I did not say that, no.
I'm asking you now.
No.
Number 2, she lies to David Yannetti on cross-examination, saying that she didn't make up her mind about staying at the house with Jen McCabe and Matt McCabe taking her home until she was outside talking to her brother. Now, this is important because why lie about this? We've already got several witnesses telling us that they were talking about it before she goes outside and saying that she was just going outside, remember, to invite her brother in or to let him know that they were staying. And the fact that she lies about it here, who cares whether you made the decision when you're walking out, when you spoke to your brother, or before you got in the car? If it's an innocent decision, who the hell cares? But this is the problem that Julie gets herself into over and over again. She's not sophisticated, I guess, is the best way to say it.
No, he was like fully outside already, and then I went out, and it was just Ricky's truck.
Okay. And so at some point later, there was another vehicle that came up?
Prior. Correct.
And the most incriminating thing that...
All right, this is what we were talking about the other night, Lolene. So, what... Never mind.
You can't make sense of the unsensible.
I know, but if it was before, if Karen was there before, then he's just laying in the yard right next to her while she's talking to her brother.
No. They're saying that he was by the vehicle or in the vehicle and they just didn't see him. And
Well,
then
the
after
driver-
they left is when she backed up and reversed into him.
Yeah, but the driver says there's nobody in the other vehicle but
All
Karen.
three of them said that. So the other side is saying that the dome light was on because the door was open and he was standing next to the vehicle and they just didn't see him.
He's standing right there. You can't.
Or he squatted down doing something. I mean, they're going to come up with 1,000 reasons that the dome light's on and he's next to the vehicle.
What's he going to take his shit next to the car instead of going inside?
They will come up with a million reasons why the dome light was on and he was still next to the vehicle until the Nagel truck left and then she reversed into him. That's their theory.
Right, so at that same time, he's supposed to be headed towards the house, according to Whiffen.
I agree.
So what the fuck's he doing taking a shit by the car? Whiffen couldn't tell that? He pauses by the car for 3 minutes.
3 minutes. That was a quick one. He had the squirts.
All right, back to this.
We get from Julie, the thing that leaves no choice but for us to know, not just think, but know John O'Keefe walked into that house. With her whole heart, Juliana Nagel believes that Karen Reed was outside before Ricky D'Antano and Heather Maxson and her brother are out there, before she goes and tells them that she's staying. Now, Julie is a lot of things, but one thing she absolutely isn't is super aware of what Karen Reed's Lexus was doing. She had no idea where Karen's Lexus was. She did not see that car when she walked out to say to her brother she was leaving, because she was probably flipped out and drunk. But she knows, obviously, that John O'Keefe had walked into the house before she goes out to say to her brother she's staying. The only way that Julie Nagel could possibly believe in her soul that Karen Reed was there before her brother is if she saw John O'Keefe walk into that house.
The SUV wasn't there when my brother was there. It was like before.
Yeah.
Well.
What the hell?
Tell us the lie.
Familiar with the town that she didn't live in, Karen went slightly out of the way to get there, coming from the east on Cedar Crest Road. She missed the left-hand turn onto Fairview Road, did a U-turn in the driveway, and then she went back to Fairview Road. When she did so, a truck was coming from the opposite direction and was trying to turn left onto Fairview Road. Inside that truck was Ricky D'Antano, Heather Maxon,
right
and her
there.
boyfriend Ryan.
He had the right of way. Why would he flash the lights at her to go?
Yeah, but that also proves how close they were together. I mean,
But they've never said that they immediately proceeded after the intersection either. They could have sat there and texted. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that they just immediately pulled up behind her.
They got a driver specifically driving to be sober.
I thought he had a couple of drinks, but said he was sober.
Well, it's more sober than they were, I guess you could say. Massachusetts lingo.
But, I mean, Ryan said there was no damage to her tail light, and that implying that she hit him after they left.
And Nagel, whose sister Julie Nagel was a friend of Brian Albert Jr., and had called him looking for a ride home.
And then Ricky turned after them. How far ahead of Ricky were they?
Maybe 100 feet.
Could you see them the entire time?
No.
So do you know how far it is from home plate to second base?
90?
90 feet. That's how close your vehicles were to each other. Come on, man.
But she just said she couldn't see him the entire time. And that's what I'm saying about all of them. They're looking down, texting. I'm not saying the driver was, but I don't know. It only takes a second for him to hop out.
Open the dash and like recording all activities or anything. They're probably definitely all looking at their phones.
The hypotenuse says J7.
Actually, you would actually be right this time,
It is
Jason.
the hypotenuse of the baseball field. A squared plus B squared is C squared. Pythagorean theorem.
But that's how far these distances are that we're talking about. Like,
I honestly thought about that the other day, Danny, in softball terms. I'm like, we pitched from 40 feet. I could hear anything the catcher was saying while I was on the mound. Like if those two vehicles were parked in the front yard like that. Like if people were
in
having
this world, people are
conversations, I
like,
could hear them.
it was 82 feet. It's like, okay. That's less than the run to first base. Like, come on. We're talking about it's right there. You can see it. Emily C's video showed us that it was not snowing hard enough for him to fall down and be covered in snow in 14 seconds.
When he was examined, his body didn't show any time of being in extended cold, so couldn't have been outside for that long.
Right. You're missing a shoe. You're going to have frostbite on your toes. Plain and simple.
And was new ski spots.
What about your bare hands?
Your hands, your nose, your ears, your toes. Those are going to be the first 4 places that you get frostbite.
It's not a lot of sense made.
Could you see them the entire time?
No.
When I started out this series, I did not know where we were going. I only knew that they were lying, and that they were lying about this very important period of time.
You were asked, what time did you see Ryan Nagel's vehicle arrive at the location? And you indicated that it was...
He's talking about it the exact same way I'm talking about it on the inside. Like that's how it's so excruciatingly painful to listen to all of this. Because somebody's fucking lying. And whenever we figure out who's fucking lying, then we'll know what happened to John.
I think they all are. I mean, it's plain and simple.
Right, you know, at first we thought, well, if it's just 2 of them lying, then they can hide it from everybody. But if he went in the house, that means they're all lying together.
And I'm not 100% sure that I believe that. I don't think that everybody saw him in that house.
I mean,
That's
you
a question.
can go straight to the basement doing dude stuff, or straight upstairs to do, guy stuff. Some of the guy stuff, Higgy was pointing at him, and remember what nobody ever looks at, how John was reacting to them when they were leaving, like he was doing the whole little thing. It's not. We're best friends. Just like you're a big fucking dope. I'll beat the fuck out of you. Quit fucking with me, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Wasn't like we're
Like
best.
all-
I should not have watched this video.
12:23. You remember that?
Do you have it?
It is really good.
Do we know what time the brother came? Meaning Ryan Nagel.
Okay. Correct.
And the question from Mr. Lally was, that was from a grand juror. The question from Mr. Lally was, if you know, correct?
Correct.
And your answer was, I believe he was out front at 12:23. Is that right?
Correct.
But your text to John was at 12:27. You recall that?
Yes.
That's 4 minutes after you know Ryan Nagel arrived at the scene, correct?
Correct.
Since Karen Reed.
Why was she all of a sudden texting John? I know that they met at a kid's sporting event stuff, right, Lillian? And they exchanged numbers there.
They were
that-
friends. They communicated a good bit.
Him all night
He went.
to the point where she texted him all night and every day like that.
Not as much as she texted him that night, but they were way closer than Karen. I mean, Karen didn't even have Jen's number. But back to trial one, Matt wanted to introduce Karen to Jen because they both had MS and thought that that would be something they could bond over. It's all very strange. Like this interaction that they had, she said they'd hang out at, sporting event, but they didn't have each other's numbers. But John and Jen were way closer because they would do stuff like pick each other's kids up and drop the kids off and wouldn't obviously have to contact each other to do that kind of stuff. The
I guess
amount of
what I really
texting she
asking
did, though, about finding a house 6 minutes away from a bar you just left is excessive.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering why she would keep texting his phone when she had it in her hand.
It arrived before Ryan Nagel. She and John had to have been there 4 to 5 minutes before you ever saw her SUV. Correct?
Objection.
I'll let him have it.
Is that right?
Ryan Nagel texted his sister at 12:23 here. And then he texted again that he was going to leave. And then he texted.
Going to leave if you don't hurry up and come out. And we're sitting
We're
behind
just
this vehicle.
sitting
And,
out here watching the back of this sole-occupied vehicle.
yes. With a guy next to it, hunched down, taking a shit around the front corner of it. Because that's the only place he could be.
I mean, the lights are shining bright on the vehicle. He's obviously not outside the vehicle.
Texted again that he was going to leave.
And then he texted again that he was going to leave.
Then Julie Nagel went outside and
So why did she hesitate?
I'm explaining what happened in the 4 minutes.
Now, at first glance, this statement might not seem super important, but it definitely is important to Jennifer McCabe. And you're going to see what I mean in just a moment. But it does strike me as pretty freaking important because Jen thought it was important enough, number one, to reach out to Julie or to ask Julie for the screenshots between her and her brother. Remember, they're making the timeline, right? The part that she gives us unprompted here is also important. He texted her again and said, I'm going to leave. Because Karen's team doesn't have that text, or at least doesn't think it's important enough to mention. They're more concerned about the timing of that text because it sort of proves, perhaps, that John and Karen are out in front before, much earlier, I guess, 20 minutes earlier than the Commonwealth originally asserted. So it's important for the timeline for Karen, right? And to, of course, disprove all the bullshit that Jen spews. But this timeline is important to Jennifer. That's why it's important to us, because she cares deeply about this period of time. Desperately.
You asked Julie Nagel, Ryan's sister, to send you something, correct?
Yes, I did.
What did you ask her to send you?
I ran into the two of them.
All right, a couple of things you got to pay attention to here. First, this was about to be evasion. She was about to not answer the question and instead interject a story about why she wound up texting Julie. It was going to be complete fabrication. And how do we know that? Look at her eyes. So when Jen is fabricating or telling us a rehearsed story, a story from memory that she wants us to have, you'll see her, she glazes over, her eyes glaze over, and you can tell that she's trying to remember what the rehearsed story was, as opposed to pulling a memory, something that actually happened. Because when we're reporting a memory, it doesn't take as much effort. It's just almost like we're watching a movie in real time and then just pulling from it, right? And so she starts to tell us a rehearsed story here so that she can give us an explanation, a rationale for why she needed that text from Julie. And of course, because she doesn't want us thinking that Jen had any reason to want to know what time that happened at. She doesn't want us to know how critical this period of time actually was. And everything you're about to see is specifically designed for that one purpose, to keep from us how important this 1223 to 1227 period of time really is to Jennifer McCabe. Before we get into that, I want to tell you what's happening right before the line of questioning that you're about to see. Now, by this point, Alan Jackson is about an hour and 20 minutes into the cross-examination of Jennifer McCabe, and they've touched a ton of topics, and he bounces around. He's really not going in order, but he has just come off of asking her questions about getting to Fairview. He definitely already asked about the waterfall. He asks about the Jeep, the positioning of Brian Higgins' Jeep. He asks, about the timeline, the feds, and right before what you're about to see, he's asking about Chloe. And I think that was before the lunch break. So it was this really intense questioning. And the judge saves her because he's starting to put some real pressure on her about where Chloe was.
Wonder if possibly Google Earth snapped a picture at just the right time in the middle of the night to catch Brian Higgins' Jeep there. Because where she describes the Jeep to be, nobody else saw the Jeep there.
With all the satellites out there, you would think we could have Google Earth real time. Put in the time and see what it looked like at that time.
Super.
About why.
Just surveil the whole planet. Where would you keep all that data? That'd be a lot of data. Oh, I got a good spot. The moon. You just keep it on the moon. Plenty of it. Nobody's using that.
She doesn't go into the house because she found a dead man on the front lawn and never even thought to go into the house to check the well-being of her sister and her sister's family. So this is coming back from that after lunch. He almost immediately starts asking about what she saw from the front door. And note how distracted she seems. And when Jen is distracted, it's the best for us because she gives stuff up that she doesn't even realize she's giving up.
At some point, we've already talked a little bit about this. You said you looked out the front door glass. Was it a window or is the whole door glass?
The whole door was glass, I believe.
I believe. Wait, you don't know?
Is it like and pardon my ignorance, is there like a wooden door that is opened and there's a storm door that's all glass that was closed? Is that what we're dealing with?
I believe so, yes. Okay. Yeah,
That sounds about right. So you see here that she doesn't know. She doesn't know what was going on at the storm door, and she can't tell you. But watch her eyes. She's not focused on what he's asking. She's focused on something else. I don't know if it's because she knows where the questioning is going, but she's looking at somebody or something else.
All right.
Can we take one more glance? I'm going to back up for a quick second. Can we take one more glance at that exhibit we did through the court submission? Okay.
There is no doubt that she is unsubtly signaling to somebody.
I didn't ask you who you ran into. Just what did you ask her to send you?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. A text message.
A screenshot of a text message.
Yes, a screenshot of a text message between Julie and Ryan Nagel.
And indeed, you do know what time it was that you looked out and saw Ryan Nagel's truck, because the screenshot told you that, correct?
This
Oh, SpaghettiOs. Fucking asshole. Oh, God. You shouldn't have to try real hard to tell the truth. You know what I mean? Just be like a normal conversation. And it's funny how
a normal mom.
Yeah, how easy she told Lally in the first trial and Hank or whoever got her in the second trial. It's just real easy, and she's just a perfect mom and just normal. And as soon as
the
Al
ice cream truck around the corner and you call, just let them know. Coming your way.
Jackson gets up there, boy, she gets super defensive. It's crazy. Mm-mm. One day we'll figure out this lie.
screenshot told me when Ryan Nagel pulled up. It didn't tell when I saw. The screenshot told me when Ryan Nagel pulled up. It didn't tell when I saw. It didn't tell when I saw.
And what was the time when Ryan Nagel indicated that he pulled up?
I'd have to look at the screenshot.
Why does she keep shaking your head no? So when you shake your head no and answer a question, you're just telling me no.
Did y'all catch in that interview with Carrie Roberts about stuff that happens to them when they go out in the community, that she mentioned going to the dentist, that that Jen was getting Invisalign done?
Is that the most recent?
That's on
Yeah,
that note my objection one.
She's still working on her teeth.
Oh, God. Just deal with them.
The reason you could be so precise with that time, Ms. McCabe, is because you had asked Julie Nagel to give you her text messages with Ryan for that night, and you'd refresh your recollection about the time, correct?
Correct. If you have it and that's what it says, absolutely.
Okay, this is problematic because we don't get an answer in the beginning of the question, which is a tactic. Okay, this is problematic because we don't get an answer in the beginning of the.
You remember we watched this on one of the channels before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one
question, which
I
is
remember all the time, especially during Higgins' testimony.
Yeah. Smart guy.
It's a tactic. If they say anything that is not a direct answer to the question, it's a tactic. And we've seen in the first 9-10 questions here, she's always answered the question directly.
If you have it and that's what it says, absolutely.
So here we see Jen McCabe going against her baseline. We see the answer after she gives the explanation. If you have it and that's what it says, absolutely. We also have an absolutely. And anytime we see those really absolutist, unusual, big answers, never, absolutely not, we know those are a red flag. So we've got two screaming red flags here, which are 100% indicative of deception for Jennifer McCabe specifically. Let me be clear. This is according to her baseline, not yours or mine, but hers.
Thank you.
Take a look at the bottom of that page, and that refreshes your recollection about anything we were just discussing. Ms. McCabe, having seen these, does this refresh your recollection about what we were just discussing concerning that conversation?
Regarding me asking Julie Nagel for the time.
If they say
We are watching Samantha Benino's video. She's talking. If that's what you're asking, I think that's what you're asking.
anything that is not a direct answer to the question, it's a tactic.
I'm whispering.
And this tactic is buying time.
Correct.
Yes, it does.
Okay. And what time did that was attendant to a screenshot that you asked for, correct?
Yes.
And that time was what?
Keep in mind, he just handed her the paper with the time of the screenshot on it. And watch how this unethical, disreputable monster picks up from Bev and Hank on how not to answer this question. Now, stop for a moment and truly think about what's happening here.
What's up, MJ?
She is obfuscating so clearly in a way that is so transparent, it makes me physically ill. Why would the screenshot from Julie Nagel between her and her brother at the exact time that he would have been pulling up to 34 Fairview and Karen Reed was already parked in front of that car, in front of 34 Fairview also, why would you obfuscate on this?
Ryan Nagel texted his sister at 12:23 here. And then he texted again that he was going to leave. Then Julie Nagel went outside and
Okay, that's not my question.
I'm explaining what happened in the 4 minutes. I'm explaining what happened in the 4 minutes.
Now, I might be completely off my rocker, but here we have Jen McCabe referring to these 4 minutes as the 4 minutes. Not those 4 minutes, not the 4 minutes that you asked me about, but the 4 minutes. Now, if I'm right, and what I suspect is happening here is what happened. This isn't.
Hello, Lauren. What's up? The 4 minutes, Lubin.
It's like the 4 minutes in question.
23 to 27.
Sometimes I feel like maybe we focus on the wrong thing. The timeline could be off 5 minutes and we're just in the wrong 4 minutes.
We're not going to buy into version stuff. Come on.
We're too smart.
We have watched this 742 times in
We should
one or another, and we are still pissed.
Jen being obstructionist just for the sake of being obstructionist. This is life and death for Ms. Jennifer McCabe.
Do you remember the time?
Can I look at the paper? I was reading everything. I didn't
So
look at the
the
exact
question is
time.
whether you remember the.
Oh, do I remember it? I don't remember the exact time, but I can read it off the paper. I don't remember the exact time, but I can read it off the paper.
If they say anything that is not a direct answer to the question, it's a tactic.
That's different than a memory.
That's different. Next question.
For some reason, this question comes off much more smoothly during trial number 1. Now, I don't know if there was some change in the ruling. There certainly could have been. Or maybe AJ is just not on his A game.
He was prepped so much better for trial 2 to go over the whole refreshing of the memory. Do you remember how ticked off we were her first day of testimony? Because she got the better of AJ.
Yep.
He wasn't prepared for her to have been prepped this well on the whole refreshing of the memory.
She took a beta blocker or something.
Oh, yeah. She's definitely on a wall.
You can take a beta blocker and not be intoxicated.
Yeah,
She definitely
it
got a
just lowers
blowout.
your heart rate.
Get fucking serious about life right there. You know what I mean?
She also got a blowout. You see her with her hair like
Blowout, and
The
you
Brazilian
got the
blowout.
spray tan. But the whole difference from trial 1 to trial 2 is Hank saw how horrible she was in trial 1, and a
Yep.
lot of it had to do with the documents that she was given. So he told her, just because you read something doesn't mean it refreshes your memory, and just say it doesn't. So
Is there a
then
level of
AJ had to like go through loop after loop after loop trying to get evidence in with her. The first day, the second day was much better.
Is there a level of prep Hank can do with her that's like unethical, too far?
No, not as long as he doesn't know that she's lying.
Right.
Well, he did a good job with her the second time because she was ready for a fucking battle.
Yeah.
It was like,
He told her, he's like,
you weren't rattling this shit off like that first trial.
I'm sure he sat there and played her first testimony and scrutinized every bit of it with her and says, you cannot do this time. You're too defensive here.
Yep.
You cannot treat AJ like the enemy. And that was all the please and thank yous and yes sirs, and you saw all that.
That's what I was supposed to say. Just to be nice. And don't look like you're liking it either. But just be nice anyways. Oh, nice. Lily's here. What's up, Lily? Everybody say
Lily.
Hi, Lily.
Oh God, we got just enough time maybe to make it through.
At this moment,
You were asked what time did you see Ryan Nagel's vehicle arrive at the location. You indicated that it was 12:23.
you know, I bet he assumed that after all of this questioning and grand juries and the last trial, that she wouldn't obfuscate on this time. Because in Alan Jackson's mind, this 12:23 to 12:27 time isn't as important to him as it is to Jennifer.
You were asked, do we know what time the brother came? Meaning Ryan Nagel.
Okay, correct.
I don't know what happened here, but she has time to pick up on Bev and Hank's cues not to answer this question. At the same time, it is so painfully obvious that she knows this time, that she knows it like the back of her hand. And watch as she starts correcting him on the times and on the specifics of the texts, what they say.
I believe it said here, yes. Yes, something similar.
There's a screenshot from Ryan Nagel to Julie Nagel indicating that he had arrived.
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. It was a screenshot of a text message from Ryan Nagel.
You said the words in the wrong order and it fucked her up. You see that? Mm-hmm. She was trying to follow along in her head and keep her story straight. And one of the things he said threw her and she lost her story.
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. It was a screenshot of a text message from Ryan Nagel to Julie Nagel indicating that he had arrived.
It's a simple fucking question.
Your dumb face.
From Ryan Nagel to Julie Nagel indicating that he had arrived.
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. It was a screenshot of a text message from Ryan Nagel to Julie Nagel saying, I've arrived. In other words, I've arrived at 34 Fairview.
Yes, it was.
Because he was intending to give her a ride home, which she had asked for. Is that right? Objection. You did see Julie Nagel go outside and approach the vehicle, correct?
I never saw her go near the vehicle. I saw her go outside.
Got it.
Now, by my own rules, I have to call this as deceptive, but I believe her when she said this. So I wonder if the deception is because of what's really going on at this time, but that it's true that she watched her go outside. And I say that also because Nicole gives up the fact that she watched her go outside too.
At any point in time, did you go, were you aware of anybody coming to your house that didn't come in?
I was only aware at one point I saw my son, I think, either looking out the window or at the door, and his friend Julie, she went out the side door, and I said, to Brian, is Julie leaving? And he said, well, no, she had asked her brother for a ride.
Objection, Your Honor.
Okay, so Note the structure and form of what you're about to see, because what we're about to see is exactly what it looks like when Nicole is being deceptive. So in particular, watch her eyes, track her eyes, and just note the overall way she's talking. Just note what you're seeing. We call it process, right? How somebody is being rather than what they are saying. So note the form, and let's see if we can extrapolate anything meaningful from it.
If anyone was there when you got there.
When we arrived and I came in, my son was sitting there with his two friends and my nephew Colin, who is Julie and Chris's son. He was there. I kind of bumped into him when I walked in. I didn't realize he was there. I said, "Oh, hey, what are you doing here?" And he said, "Oh, I just stopped by to see Brian, but I'm about to leave. My ride's about to be here." I said, "Oh, okay."
Okay, now taking what we learned and what we saw, we are
She
going
said he
to
was
watch
sitting.
her talking about.
What'd you say?
She said he was sitting there. Then she says she bumped into him.
Just sitting in the doorway.
There's just her trying to get him out of the house much quicker, but she initially said he was sitting there with them.
Confetti.
Nice. Appreciate it. Confetti time.
Ooh. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, everybody.
Hey, Will.
What up, Blair?
What? Oh, Glaire's here.
He,
Glare.
he heard we were talking about him giving TB a hard time about his YouTube injury.
Yeah, that wasn't very nice, Will.
Oh, God.
Very serious what TV's
Look,
going.
you got to go to work tomorrow. I hope I don't pull a hammy in here tonight. Whatever. All right, let's try to get through this video.
The whole thing where Julie goes outside
We're not.
to tell her brother she's staying again.
At any point in time, did you go, were you aware of anybody coming to your house that didn't come in?
I was only aware at one point I saw my son, I think either looking out the window or at the door, and his friend Julie, when I made.
Blair, I was just explaining to him, now I know where my shoulder problems come from. It's not from carrying heavy doors and windows and stuff and flooring and all that. It's from running this mouse, man.
Struggle was real.
Fucking now I know why it's such a nagging injury. But, lifting Stanley Cups and stuff too.
She went out the side door and I said, "Oh," to Brian, "Oh, is Julie leaving?" And he said, "Well, no, she had asked her brother for a ride."
So, in case you missed it, they are almost identical. Just look at.
Plus, once you're over 40, you can injure yourself doing anything. I know this dude that I lay floor with, he's a fucking beast. He's 6'5". He's, lean and muscled up and shit. He's a beast. He's faster than I am. Taught me how to do it. He was, we were walking up to a house one day. He leaned over the little fence, not even a big fence, just leaned over to flip the latch to open it and threw his back out.
I got this from feeding birds.
The
like,
struggle is real. You didn't get that from feeding birds. It was after you fell.
Old people.
He's a big ass dude. I had to put him in the truck and shit. He couldn't even stand back up. I was like, oh my God. I had to put the fucking floor in by myself. He was down for 2 weeks. Just a beast of a dude. Jiu-jitsu, wrestler, fighter, badass construction guy, big burly guy. Leaned over and did a latch, couldn't come back up.
The physical without the words, and they're almost identical. So in watching these side by side, it occurs to me that whatever she's saying on the right side is much more sensitive. She's having a much harder time with the words coming out of her mouth. With whatever she's saying on the right side, she can barely look up. And which one was that? You guessed it.
I was only aware at one point I saw my son, I think either looking out the window or at the door.
So the Julie leaving the house story is much more sensitive and much more difficult for Nicole to say, to get out. And for that reason, we are going to dissect this now, line by line, and try to see what is going on in here that she feels the need to be so deceptive about. So remember the question that she is being asked. At any point in time, were you aware of anyone coming to your house that didn't come in? That is the question that Lally asks. It's a typical horrible Lally question, but nonetheless, that is what we are looking to answer.
I was only aware.
Okay, right off the bat, we have an only, which is very similar to a just. I was only aware of this one thing that I was aware of. That's all I was aware of. And keep this in context. We're trying to evaluate whether or not this is the time of the crime. This is the moment that John O'Keefe loses his life. Is this that moment? And right now, we have an only seconds in to the answer to this question.
I was only aware at one point I saw my son.
At one point, so that's a missing time statement. And missing time really means missing action. Like there's something that they're not telling us. And we know that whenever any of these witnesses, alleged witnesses, talk about time, any reference to a period of time is always generic. So there's two potential reasons for the missing time here. One is that's their directive. And this is Brian Albert's wife. So she's going to be hypersensitive to his wishes. And she's going to be doing everything she can to do exactly what he has told her to do to the most extreme degree. Because that's what she does, right? That's like her role in life, is to carry out his wishes to the extreme. So it is possible that part of the at one point is coming from that directive. However, at one point could also be there because there's an action missing that she's holding in her mind that she doesn't want to tell us about. In the end, at one point is very similar to a just. In order for it to be there, you have to be thinking about something specific that you're trying to work around. That is most likely why we are seeing it here.
I was only aware at one point I saw my son, I think.
How do you not know? Either you saw your son do something or you didn't.
Damn, Winks.
Winks, you're the bomb.
Thank you.
Damn.
We love Winks.
Best.
Don't fuck with Winks. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm just kidding.
That's the face of Irish poverty. That is correct right there.
How many times have we watched this testimony?
I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah, but how many different creators have we and live? I mean, it's just.
We really haven't watched Nicole's as much as a lot of the others, which is kind of interesting.
That's true.
Yeah, she only testified in trial 1.
And Eliza was her attorney that crossed her, so she didn't get as much attention.
That's probably why she didn't get as much attention. Anybody Alan Jackson, girl, we watched that 400 times. We're having Alan Jackson withdrawals. We need a good trial, and we need him to be on it.
Right? I think, of course, is hedging and is a statement that we throw in there when we're being deceptive to try to make us feel better about doing it. We don't even know we're doing it. It naturally comes out.
Either looking out the window or at the door.
So here we have Nicole saying either she saw her son looking out the window or the door. She doesn't remember. So I ask you, if you can't remember whether he was looking out the window or the door, do you really remember him looking out the window or the door?
I was only aware at one point I saw my son, I think, either looking out the window or at the door, and his friend Julie, So, and his friend Julie went, she pauses, and then she says,
See that, Lolly? Trial Channel says that's her most popular replayed testimony.
Oh, that's interesting data.
That is good. Data. Drop the child
Fine.
channels link in the chat, please. And
All right,
people don't.
I need-
You got to watch some videos. The lives are
I
awesome.
need Trial Channel's theory on why that is now.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, she needs to get up here. She needs to start doing live. Yep. She needs to go ahead and start going live because she has a lot of information up in there.
Maybe this. Oh, okay. I think I know. Let's see this again.
I was only aware at one point I saw my son, I think, either looking out the window or at the door, and his friend Julie, when I maybe this she.
I think you kind of have to be looking at her to catch this. What happened here is Nicole was trying to say that she saw her son looking out the window or the door and asked him, "Oh, what are you looking at?" Right? And he's like, "Oh, I see my friend Julie." Like she's trying to communicate that sentiment. But then her actual memory of this event interrupts the story she's trying to tell, the made up story, the rehearsed story. Throws it out the window because she starts to actually tell us what she saw with her own eyes. And with her own eyes, she's saying, "I saw Julie walk out the door."
And his friend Julie, when I maybe this she went out the side door.
And don't forget now, this is the lady who was performing relations
Don't even act like that happened.
while they were butt dialing back and forth. Now, this lady right here, that
So the
lady.
big lie in the trial is that Brian Albert and Nicole had sex. Come on.
I'm just telling you what happened. It was obviously
Allegedly.
doggy style. It was obviously doggy style. They were bumping hard enough to bounce the phone around to butt dial and answer butt answers. But this is her. Look at her. The
He did
virility.
not have sex with that woman.
No, he did. He
No
did.
way.
Ferocious butt dialing sex. Like there's no telling what he heard on the other line, on the other end of the line. You know.
I bet she wears a dildo.
Oh
God.
Definitely Lou brought up in that conversation.
And somebody ban Mary B.
And his friend Julie, when I maybe this she went out the side door.
When I maybe this, it goes so quick, you don't realize what's happening. But what she's actually doing is stumbling, would be similar to I. She's not sure what she wants to say, but she's not going to stop and pause because she doesn't want to draw more attention to what she's saying. So she just keeps going, sort of blows past it and says,
What was Chloe doing while they were bumping nasties like that?
Whining at the door to get out of the room.
They like when she watches.
Wow.
Tristan came and picked him up, right?
Now that we know that it was that it was Brian Albert doing reverse cowgirl, then Chloe was trying to get the
Brian
fuck
was doing reverse cowgirl on Nicole?
Yeah.
Yes. That's what exactly. Exactly. And that is why Chloe was trying to get the fuck out of that room.
when I maybe this. Watch her body language carefully. I'm going to slow it down and play it one more time.
And his friend Julie, when I maybe this she went out the side door, and I said, "Oh," to Brian, "Oh, is Julie leaving?" And he said, "Well, no, she had asked her brother for a ride."
She's actually using hand motioning to describe what's happening.
And his friend Julie, when I maybe this she went out the side door, and I said, "Oh."
So she's trying to say, or was thinking about which door Julie went out of when she says, "Went I maybe this." And if you look at her hands at that point, she's recalling what she saw. She's pointing at the door that Julie went out from memory. So as she's telling us her story, the image of what really happened came to mind and interrupted the story. And then she realizes it after the words, "Went I maybe this," already came out. So she gets kind of stuck and then keeps going and kind of says, fuck it. I'm just going to keep saying what I'm saying. And so what we get here, now,
That's interesting.
you have to understand what the word "this" actually means in order to pick this up. This is an indication of closeness. And in this moment, what she's talking about, what comes to mind is an image of Julie close to her in space, walking out that door. So as she's pointing forward and saying this, she's referencing the door that's right in front of her and the image of Julie walking out the door. As a side note, just I hope you're paying very close attention because this is it, guys. They're giving it all away. This is them telling us what happened to John O'Keefe. And Julie went out the side door, according to everybody but Julie.
I went out through the front door.
See, there were more than one door?
Yes, there were
Do you remember, do you remember what door your sister?
Can you bring up Kirk's last comment? I'm trying to break that down in my mind. About 12:30 with Allie. Okay. Kirk's comment at 8:04. Yeah. So Higgins lives 11 miles from Fairview. Just after 12:30, Allie makes a continuous 12-mile journey. Then they both arrive back in Canton within 3 minutes of each other. Allie took Higgins to get the Jeep.
And when was Higgins at the
It was
Canton police
1:30.
station?
It was like 1:30 something before he got to Canton PD, which never made sense either, based off the time he said he left 34 Fairview.
What was he just driving around drinking?
No, I'm trying to see like if this makes sense what Kirk is saying about Allie possibly taking Higgins back to his house to get his Jeep, because that never made sense to me earlier about how long it took Higgins to get to Canton PD based off the time he said he left 34 Fairview.
And he was with Heather, and Dantano was driving, right?
Yeah, Ryan was, yes.
Ricky was driving the truck. They're talking about Allie McCabe in that message Kirk just sent. That Allie left 30
yeah.
12:30. I mean, that could possibly make sense.
Well, it answers a lot of questions because the reason that they kept on putting the Jeep somewhere where it wasn't was because if they put it in the driveway, then it wouldn't make sense because it wouldn't fit. So they have to make it look like he had the Jeep because it would be weird for him to be driven to go get the Jeep during a snowstorm, right?
Well, how did he supposedly go over there and fucking scrape the driveway?
I mean, we've never believed that story.
Right.
So that has always sound made up.
You can't pull up behind Karen because Karen can't pull up right there for you to pull up behind her if the fucking Jeep's there.
And if she reversed at that speed with icy roads, she would have ran into the yard or another vehicle.
She'd have clobbered it.
Yeah, and him putting the blade down was never mentioned by anybody else but him, if I remember right, you know.
But he almost told that story to make it sound like he created this snowbank blocking his view of where John's body would have been.
Well, Jim McCabe saw the Jeep.
Only her and Matt, though, right? Because someone went over this the other day and they were saying that also Brian and Nicole said the Jeep was there. And I honestly can't remember at this point. I thought it was just Higgins, Matt, and Jen who said the Jeep was there. Am I wrong about that?
No, I think that's right.
Sounds right. But it couldn't have been there.
Well, we all don't believe it wasn't there, but that could make sense. That
The one that he picked up at Canton PD, I mean, it couldn't have been there. We have video evidence of it being gone already, right?
Well, I mean, he pulled up to Canton PD in the Jeep, but it took too long between the time he said he left 34 Fairview and when the cameras show him getting to Canton PD.
Yeah.
So Allie driving him to get his Jeep 12 miles away when her phone records show supposedly, I don't know this, but I'm basing it off Kirk's comment, that it was a 12-minute ride. That could possibly explain how the Jeep came back into play that night. But why is the Jeep so important? Why say the Jeep at the scene? Why go get it so it can be on video at Canton PD?
Yeah, the Jeep was necessary for some reason. I don't know what.
I don't know why you would lie about the Jeep, like, and then the lie not be very good because a lot of people can't attest to the Jeep being there or not being there. Some people want to say it was across the street.
Yeah, that was during Feed Media's theory, is that it was parked in Kelleher's driveway, like so Karen wouldn't see it. But I mean, she literally pulled up right in front of Kelleher's driveway. But we don't have any.
Doesn't have the capability to look left.
It's just we don't have Karen's statement on the Jeep, one way or the other. She's never said, "Yeah, Brian's Jeep was there," or "No, I didn't see Brian's Jeep." So I've always kind of been curious about that. Like she never told Aiden anything about Brian, much less his Jeep.
Let's go over the fact that Emily C got Samantha to come here.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Emily C. and Samantha, for all y'all do.
Yeah, thank you, Emily C.
I appreciate it. I just wish I was like a rocket scientist or something like that. Sound cooler. Come to my rocket scientist friends channel. But no, you got me. All right, let's go back to this aggravating.
She came out of the side door. There's a room right next to the kitchen with a doorway that you can walk through. I was seated at the table, but you could walk through the doorway. You know, I know Julie Nagel went into that room because she was looking out the door. You know, I know Julie Nagel went into that room because she was looking out the door.
All right, let's take a moment to review what we are talking about here. You just saw Matt confirming that he saw Julie go out that door himself. So now we have Matt in that room. We heard Nicole just confirming accidentally that she is near the door to the family room, the side door that you would walk out of to go right towards the drive.
Higgy was at the bar in the Jeep, right? Or he was riding with Brian then. Remember.
Supposedly, Brian took him to Canton PD when they got back from New York, and he picked up the Jeep to go to the bar.
He got the fucking Jeep.
We never saw any videos, not saying they don't exist, but we never saw any videos outside of the waterfall of what Higgy left in.
Mm-hmm. Why can't we just get all of their cameras for the day?
I mean, you can, and that's what can happen with all these civil suits. If stuff hasn't been overridden, but I mean, they gathered the cameras from those time frames and they only focused on certain parts. So maybe other parts will be shown in discovery of these other cases. Who knows?
Yeah, but him and Brian only had like 27 whiskeys. They went to a funeral of an officer 5 hours away, but couldn't go to John's, a town over.
Driveway, the one that everybody uses to get in and out of the house, except for maybe her sometimes.
And I saw him reach the breezeway door, which is the side front door. And he opened the door and went to walk in.
Sorry, I think some of the problem with the outside cameras are they don't have a very big parking lot, and a lot of people, even though it's a small place, have to park on the street.
Yeah, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but the only thing we saw from the exterior cameras at the waterfall was the people walking out. Like, we really didn't even see the vehicles they got into, right?
Yeah, because they're around, like, out of view of the camera on the street, not in that immediate parking lot.
Right, and of course they didn't go to the trouble of getting the cameras from businesses on the other side of the street or anything like that.
It's like a little down, I guess it's a lot of y'all have been, Mary B, obviously. It's like a downtown little area, like a like a town square type area that the bars are in. They're just across it, so people park like all the way around
We
it.
know
Probably.
Chris Albert has cameras. Now, whether or not he had that good of cameras back
Yeah,
January of 22.
there's you know, right across the street where most people park, there's like a Walgreens.
And you know Walgreens has cameras.
Why don't we not have a fucking Walgreens camera?
Well, I mean,
Wow.
it's not across from the waterfall. It's across from CF McCarthy's.
But still, it would show vehicles leaving the area. But
Well,
again,
behind the waterfall, there's like it's like a condo. What do you call it? You know, like condos.
A complex.
So, yeah, it's a condo complex. So like when I went there, I pretty much parked in the condo complex. It's like basically like the front building in front of it.
So you've got the condominium itself possibly having cameras, and then the individual people who live there having cameras.
Right.
But they really didn't do a good investigation. So how many people's cameras did they ask for?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely cameras all over that street, but.
And if they got them, I believe we would have seen them in trial one. And I feel like all they got was the waterfall based off of the interviews they did with the waterfall employees and Buchanan.
Yeah, and that's not where things are going to be happening because there's only like a couple spots right in front of the waterfall on the street. So most people are parking in other places.
That's just a shame. There's no telling what happened when they left. Like, there could be so much on film that could have gone down even before they got to 34 Fairview that's relevant.
Right.
And look how they investigated Schaefer's rubber duckies.
They learned the hard way that it's
That's
important
Canton
together.
alone, but the MSP got involved still on that too, right?
I mean, they went dumpster diving. Jeez.
Conch says because of the snowing might not have been good images, but at least you could have gotten the cameras from where everybody was parked, if you could.
And you could have seen the actual vehicles they were in, the directions they were going. Because, I mean, by the time
You can see their attitude at the car. Did they have to stuff Higgy in the fucking car? You know what I mean?
Because it was snowing pretty hard by the time Higgins got to Canton PD.
If he
And we see that, but we can still see stuff.
If he was riled up inside, then by the time Brian got him to the car, he probably had to wrestle him in the car. That would have been some good information to get off the camera too.
And did he drive himself after drinking that much and being, obviously upset?
Only 27 whiskeys. That's it.
Child's play.
Exactly. It's nothing. All right, we got about 3 more minutes.
We know, based on her screw up here, that she's near that door and watching Julie walk out it. Jennifer also tells us that she saw with her eyes Julie walk out that side door.
You did see Julie Nagel go outside and approach the vehicle, correct?
I never saw her go near the vehicle. I saw her go outside.
And that's because she's so focused on not giving up the 12:23 time that she knows in her sleep. Because let's be honest, Jennifer McCabe made the timeline, got these text messages sent specifically to figure out what time this happened. She's been through how many grand juries, 2 full-length trials where this has been clearly the timeline is something she knows and is very aware of. She's had how many interviews, how many meetings with the DA's office to go through her testimony. Jennifer McCabe knows probably down to the second what time Ryan Nagel is in front of that house. To the second. So it's a little curious that she would go to such great lengths to obstruct on this. And because she's so focused on not telling Alan Jackson 12:23, not saying the time of that text message, she gives up that she saw Julie with her own eyes walk out the side door. She tells us. Because again, this is leakage. This is what happens. You're so consumed with worry about this thing in your head that it accidentally falls out what's really going on. And yes, do you have to be a super sleuth to put it all together? Sure. But it's only a matter of time, guys. It was only ever going to be a matter of time before we were able to put all the pieces together. All right, let's finish this analysis of Nicole because, of course, there's always more.
Friend Julie, when I maybe this, she went out the side door and I said, oh, to Brian, oh, is Julie leaving?
Seriously, guys, is the madness ever going to stop? So there's so much to say here.
Put it in reverse,
Okay,
Terry.
first,
Put it in reverse.
she's launching
Oh,
into
Lord,
a
Lord,
dialogue,
Jesus.
telling us, I said this, and this person said that, and then I said this, and they said that. So we know this is a red flag, period. In terms of deception, right? In terms of how honest she's being. This is not what honesty looks like. And that's because when we are compelled to speak and answer questions, particularly in a courtroom, and answer them honestly, we default to being more efficient with language. And that's a general principle. It has to do with how humans conserve energy every day.
If they say anything that is not a direct answer to the question, it's a tactic.
But there's more here. So we see the word leaving in there. Leaving is an indicator of conflict, and she is self-generating.
All right, everybody says the end. I'm going to make all of you ladies cry and just skip to the end. And I apologize if it overruns the super chats and we can't read them. But I'm about to make all of y'all cry. And the super chats won't do that because they're mostly oriented around the goal. And we got some roles thanks to you generous people.
Are trying to put it off like they're innocent. It makes me emotional because I didn't set out to prove that this is what happened to him. Maybe I did. I don't know. I don't just hate Jen McCabe and Brian Albert. They made a big mistake. And rather than owning the mistake that they made because of Brian Albert's connections to all these law enforcement and probably all of these politicians, going back probably even to his parents, I don't know. They didn't think they were going to have to pay. And when Karen, whatever she said that morning, whenever Jen reported back to her little group during the Minion meeting, they decided that they could pin it on Karen because she had a cracked taillight. And it was a mistake. Nobody involved in this case. Because remember, guys, for the first year, there were no consequences. There are no consequences for these people at all. Until Karen's lawyers, Alan Jackson, drops that, I don't know, report or motion, that 90-something page motion that gets in the hands of Aiden publicly, on public record, because that was his job. That's what Aiden did. He checked public records to see what's on the docket, right? That's what journalists do, guys. And then he took an interest in the story because he could see these are not the kinds of court filings that you routinely see. A police officer dies on the lawn of another police officer and he doesn't come outside to see what's going on.
No way.
Wasn't until Aiden saw that motion and then started writing about it. And at the same time, really probably by total coincidence, the feds come knocking on Jen McCabe's door. And all of a sudden, April of 2023, their little perfect worlds come crashing the fuck down. And by that point, I've had people ask me, do you think that they're starting to believe their bullshit? And you know, most of the time when people ask me that about anybody, the answer is no. In this case, I think sometimes they dilute themselves into thinking the answer is yes, because they have to. Because you cannot spend every other day with somebody like Carrie Roberts and not have at least halfway convinced yourself that you're completely innocent. Karen Reed did this. All right, trying to get my shit together here. This one's tough because I didn't set out.
It's tough because it's very frustrating that we know somebody's ass is lying and they won't crack. Somebody or some people are lying, are just basically lying. That's it. Something fucking happened to him and he wasn't hit by the damn car.
Yep. And it's frustrating because it seems like so obvious that at least like somebody should be looking into this and like nobody's listening.
Yep.
Be done at this point. When you have such a horrible police investigation, what can be done?
Well, all we can do is just keep being pissed off about it. But now they're trying to say, "Oh, well, you're defaming my fucking good name because you're accusing me." But you were there. You're in the equation. Like, I'm sorry that you were fucking there, and I'm sorry it looks like you're lying. Most people can tell when other people are lying, and we see your ass is lying.
Evidence pointing in your direction. It
I
is
mean,
not overwhelming evidence in Karen's direction. It's in y'all's direction.
yeah, even if you take out the 227 text.
You know, it's like one of those like little kids coming up to you and you're like trying to find the candy bar and you can't find the candy bar and you like look around their mouth and you see all the chocolate around their mouth and you ask them like, "Did you eat the candy bar?" And they're like, "No, I didn't eat the candy bar."
You got the chocolate, you got the honey smeared all around your mouth. We know you've been in the jar. You know. All right, Mary B, it's your turn. You got to read these with a briskness.
Reflection.
But you know, if you can't see them good, I can read them. It's up to you.
I can see them.
Because StreamYard popped out, did a little thing where you can pop the chat out now. So I can put the chat in its own big thing.
Oh, okay.
Pretty
All
cool.
right. So Strains Credulity gifted 1 Rat House Media membership.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Angel Baby for $10 first.
Got him.
Angel Baby.
Winks and Wilts, $50. Let's frickin' go.
Thanks. It's killing me today.
Phil 65098 says, "Keep up the great work and content."
Thanks, Phil.
Go to Twitter. There's no content here.
Diane G, pregame goal, let's get them. And a whole bunch of emojis.
Read the emojis like Dean does, Mary B.
No. That's Dean's thing. I don't want to steal it.
No, we don't have time for that.
Cajun Butterfly, here for my favorite pregame show.
Always love Cajun.
Diane G, where TF does 7 months go? She.
Darn. That's hard.
J7 says hockey sucks. I agree.
The Bruins lose again or something?
Yeah.
Full of questions, Barbara. Happy 5 months, chat rats.
Nice. Thanks, Barb.
Jax V, can I pet that dog?
Love some Jacks. What up, Jacks?
Michelle Smalls gifted 1 Rat House Media membership.
Thank you, Michelle.
Sparkly Rabbit, happy to be a chat rat. We're happy to have you.
Appreciate it.
Sandy D.
Lawleen and I are not so quick to jump in the Red Rover game like everybody else, but time will tell. So that's all that matters.
Take your money.
Yeah, time will tell.
We're happy to have you.
Yeah.
All right. No comment from Sandy D. Stacy for the confetti goals.
Nice. Thank you, Stacy.
Mrs. Ross 1 for the goal.
For the goal.
Mrs. Ross 1, it's my pleasure.
Nice.
Winks gifted 50 Rat House Media memberships. Welcome to 50 new members.
Somebody realize how much that costs? That's amazing.
Yeah, Winks is on one.
Winks, come on, folks. We want to pet that dog.
Got it.
Diane G, we are outraged and only confetti will appease the chat rats.
Diane G.
MJ says, too bad no one videotaped you in that hole for science purposes, obviously.
Yeah. Well, the hole was only ankle deep. The falling part would have been really good had I got that on video.
It was that 6'4" fall.
If I would have gotten it, don't think I wouldn't have made a short out of it.
Of course. US Lily says this is the best place to be.
Yes, it is. Thanks, Lily.
Blessed Texas Lolly had to go to grandkids choir program and was having withdrawals knowing I was missing y'all. Let's get confetti.
The grandkids are more important.
Yep.
Winks again. Appreciate all you wonderful people here. Thanks for pre-gaming, Danny and panel. You're very welcome. The Glare came in and dropped 10 memberships. Thank you.
Thanks, Will.
Appreciate that.
US Lily, can we pet that dog?
Can we? Can we?
Diane G, back up, put it in reverse.
Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. Oh, Lord, Jesus. Ah.
Kelsey P with some rat love.
Appreciate it, Cal.
MJ with some devil emojis.
Of course. Of course.
Diane G made crescent rolls because the goals made me. You're welcome.
All rolls are good rolls.
Mad Stork with no comment.
Appreciate it, Mad Stork. Drop his link in the chat, people. Go sub up.
Sarah, approve Connor.
At least that's one for you, Connor.
2. I've got Connor's back too.
2 for you, Connor.
Dad's 26. I love being here. Me too. Cindy Heidel, 10 for the dog.
10 for the dog. All right, let me get this pulled up where I can see what he's doing.
Is he on?
Thank you, everybody. I don't know.
Is the Celtics? I think the Celtics is over. Yeah, it's over. So he should be.
All right, yeah, so he just started. So,
Oh, I think Diane G might have finished the goal.
oh my God, not again. It was a joke. But, oh God.
Yay!
The kitten.
Diane G.
Appreciate it, guys. 10 for the dog. The cat is upstairs with my daughter. She will not relinquish the cat now.
Aww.
So the cat is hers.
Which makes
Appreciate
it.
G.
Yeah. Appreciate it, all you fine people. But I'm going to drop you in Turtle Boy's chat. So all you got to do is listen to this little song, and then you'll listen to some Turtle Boy. Appreciate you guys. Oh my God.
Whoa! And at the last second. Thank you.
Oh, I was about to hit the button. That would have sucked.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Well, I guess we'll stay here until this ends.
And he's like, I guess we'll stick around and get some money.
Before we could redirect, we would just hang out for a little while till all the
How
intros
long
went.
can you postpone Danny's redirect? Just keep sending money.
Mm-mm. All right, I'm gonna change the outro for this because now y'all got me shook.
Ooh, what's it gonna be?
It's gonna be the good one for Turtle Boy. All right, say goodbye to your friends, people. Thank you for hanging out.
Bye, friend.
Night, friend.
Everybody. Thank you.
Lubin, Mary B, Lawleen. We will see y'all next time. Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Tick, 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 boom. Tick, 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 boom. Tick, 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 boom. Pressure build, detonate. Tick, boom. Too late now, can't moderate. Tick, just give me flash. Let's go. Everybody talking, nobody compose. You should have just let me be, but nah, you knew what I do. Who I am. You know who I am. Tick, tick, tick. Robbing and weaving where you telegraph hate. Flash bows pop every time I breathe. Whole world watching, enjoy those front row seats. Say my name, watch the algorithm screen. Turtle Boy. You drama sales on the fumes on my pike tails. Free clickbait for all the mirror ultimate. Bum for town clownies. Better all town clownies in the cheap seats. I built this house, you built noise, I built proof. Woo. Time to raise this roof. Time to expose the hard truth. Now the spotlight stuck on you. Oh, po baby boo. Tick, tick, tick. Boom. Truth hit the wrong. Stand clear. Tick, boom. Funny now, they fear. Tick, boom. Flash bulbs. Nope. No, it's escape. Tick, boom. Clock ran out on fake. Receipts stacked like bricks on file. You throw stones, I archive wild. Smear campaign, panic press, but facts don't bend the cognitive dissonance. You had to poke the turtle, you know I'm a snapper, right? You about to. You should've just let me be. Damn people, you knew better. Tick, tick, boom. Pressure build, detonate. Tick, boom. Too late now, can't moderate. Tick, boom. Camouflage, case closed. Everybody talking, nobody compose. Should've just let me be. Tick, 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 boom. Tick, 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 boom. Tick, tick, boom. Tick, boom. Tick, 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 boom. Tick, tick, boom. Tick, tick, boom.